clean cut and clean shaved. I got to cover off the 68. I fired it up and let them horses sing. A little pretty thing, a little tan leg Georgia dream. She's rocking them holy jeans.
Yellow Jacket Basketball. Clinton Yellow Jacket Basketball is off to a winning start as they move up to Class 4A competition this season and head east to take on a new round of conference opponents. New senior girls coach Matthew Post comes from one of the top girls basketball programs in the state and believes the discipline and toughness instilled from early morning workouts will have the Lady Yellow Jackets on pace for a successful season. Senior boys coach Cole Gardner returns with several players from last year's state tournament team who look to continue the program's recent history of exciting and game-winning basketball. Join us for tonight's live basketball broadcast, brought to you by First Security Bank, Justin's Collision Repair and Towing, Conway Regional Medical Center, Joe Lee Chevrolet, The River Insurance Company, Blagg Law Firm, F.L. Davis Ace, Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Ozark Health Medical Center, Grassroots Equipment Company, and the player of the game brought to you by First Arkansas Bank and Trust, and all the fine Yellow Jacket boosters. Facebook and YouTube video coverage is brought to you by Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram and First Arkansas Bank and Trust. Your announcers for tonight's game: KHPQ Sports Director Jeff Hall and announcer Mike Hawley. Get ready for Yellow Jacket basketball action on KHPQ.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jeff Hall. Mike Hawley joins me. We are live tonight from Yellow Jacket Arena here in the final week of the regular season of basketball in the 2021 Yellow Jacket basketball season. Tonight, home game against the Newport Greyhounds. Newports have made their way over for the contest in the senior girls and senior boys game. We had a bonus game. We just had a junior high district tournament game just before this one. Clinton Junior Boys get the win. This year, tournament time is a little bit different. Instead of all the teams going to one location to play all the games, the top-seeded teams are going to play a home game in those. So we got things started with that tonight, and senior girls and senior boys still to follow. And it looks like we will pause for the playing of the national anthem. Let me see if I can turn it up just a little bit. And join us here from our broadcast position in the playing of the national anthem. And the national anthem live from Yellow Jacket Arena. Senior girls starting lineup is about to be introduced by public address announcer Brian Henderson tonight. Senior boys to follow. Getting set up here. Bring Mike Hawley in to get you set for the broadcast tonight. This is the second meeting between these squads. Clinton on the road earlier in the first matchup of the round robin. I think Clinton Senior Boys and Senior Girls got the win that night at Newport, and looking to repeat that tonight.
Yeah, first time Lady Yellow Jackets have played since a week ago Monday when they traveled to number one Class A team, Rural Special. They lost by 4 points up at Rural. That was last Monday. And then Riverview, that game was scheduled for Friday. Riverview went into quarantine, and so they have not been on the floor. And I guess this would be 9 days since they've played, and they take on Newport. Newport's in last place in the conference. If you've been off for a while, this might be the team you want to play tonight. Newport down on the season. I think only suit up, 7 girls. And so Yellow Jackets had a big win, a Mercy Rule win that night in Newport, and that was back in December. And so looking maybe for something similar to that tonight. Maybe everybody get into the game tonight. And this is the last regular season home game. And I see a little change in the lineup there as Shelby Dawson into the lineup tonight. She's a senior. And it's the final regular season game here at Yellow Jacket Arena. We'll hope there's more, though, as they'll host some district tournament games coming up next week.
And Shelby will be joined by our senior classmates, Lacey Bell McJunkins, Haven Stolzfus on the floor. They're joined by a couple of sophomores, Reese McDonald and Kylie Laster. Laster takes the pass at the high post, the free throw line, dribbles down, puts it up and in. The first points of the game to Laster and the Yellow Jackets. Clinton's going to jump into a full court press. They're going to double team on the ball. Haven Stolzfus steals it, gets it to Lacey Bell McJunkins. Her left-hander off the glass, good. A quick 4 points to open the ball game. I want to remember that the Clinton press gave Newport all kinds of trouble in that first matchup between the two squads. McDonald, Dawson defending. They'll get it across midcourt, and a whistle blows. Foul called on Haven Stolzfus. Newport to inbound the basketball just below our broadcast position here at Yellow Jacket Arena. See it high above the visiting side.
Yeah, last time these two teams played, Clinton won by a score of 59-18. A 40-point victory for the Yellow Jackets. That was played back on January the 5th, first game coming out of the Christmas break. And in that game, Reese McDonald had 14 that night. Only player in double figures, but the Yellow Jackets had, which looked like 11 players in double figures that night.
Down the floor, Laster to Stolzfus to Shelby Dawson, and Shelby gets on the board as well. 3 players to score for the Yellow Jackets here early, 6:40 to go in the first quarter. And Newport's going to take a timeout, talk it over. We'll take a quick break. Stay with us. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
Wherever the river flows and however the game goes. The River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back. The professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price. Whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive, the team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River, formerly S&P Insurance.
At First Security, we're proud of our home state. That's why we created a website that's all about Arkansas, just like us. Visit onlyanark.com for local travel, food, culture, sports, and so much more. You'll find everything from unique festivals to weekend plans to prize-winning recipes you'll pass off as your own. It's all in one easy spot, onlyanark.com. For all things Arkansas, visit onlyanark.com today. Brought to you by First Security, member FDIC.
Off the hands of Laster, but she recovers. We'll reset the offense. The sophomore, McDonald starts right, left, into the lane. Dumps it high to Kylie Laster, and Kylie gets her second field goal of the first quarter and an 8-point lead for the Lady Yellow Jackets.
And when you have a manpower advantage, talent advantage, you want to fully take advantage of it, so you try to press from end to end, make the other team play 94 feet. That's what the Yellow Jackets are doing.
Newport down the floor, into the lane. Shot up, won't go, but a rebound. They'll get a second opportunity. Now back behind the three-point line. And ball knocked away, but the Greyhounds recover. They're going to drive the baseline. Shot up, won't go. Laster high for the rebound. And the outlet pass to Lacey Bell McJunkins. Up the floor to Stolzfus. And Haven scores on the break on the pass by McJunkins. And is that now the 4th player to score to put 10 points on the board for the Yellow Jackets?
Yeah, good quick rebound, a strong rebound by Kylie Laster. Gets it out to McJunkins, and then a quick pass down the floor to Haven Stolzfus, that left-hand layup. Couldn't run the fast break any better than that. And Jackets lead 10-0 here. We played 2.5 minutes.
Inbound pass up the floor, across midcourt. Newport dressed in all black, trimmed in orange. The Yellow Jackets in a home white, trimmed in a bit of gold and black. If you're watching tonight on the KHPQ Sports YouTube channel or the KHPQ Facebook page, courtesy of Cowboy Dodge and First Arkansas Bank and Trust, our video engineer.
A lot of media tonight is this is also being beamed back into Jackson County, I think, on the local cable system there in Newport. They've been doing television since 1994 with Greyhound Sports.
Pass into the high post, and Laster's going to steal it away. Kylie has it down the floor, looks ahead. Reese McDonald under the basket, high off the glass, good. Good adjustment by Reese as she was alone, kind of had to wait on the pass to get there. Defender may be getting close to her, but Reese put it high off the backboard. Got an arch on it, made sure nobody was going to touch that one, but a nice touch. It drops through.
Yeah, and then put it on the floor. A lot of players want to have to catch and bounce it before they can shoot. That takes a lot of time. She caught it, shot it. Long before the defender could get there, and the Yellow Jackets force a 5-second inbounds claw. They'll have it under their own basket.
12-point lead with 4 minutes, 33 seconds in the first quarter. McJunkins inside to Laster, spins, puts it off the glass, good. Laster's third field goal. She has 6, the team has 14. Shelby Dawson defending along with McJunkins. They knock it loose. Reese McDonald with the basketball. She puts it off the glass, good.
16 points, haven't played quite half of the first quarter yet.
Inbound the ball, knocked loose momentarily. Newport gets it back up the floor. Foul by Dawson along the sideline.
And we've already had an interesting score. Jeff Hall come in. Game just down the road in Rosebud. Penguin Lady Tigers, I'm not sure if you call it upset or not. They beat Rosebud tonight 31-27. That puts the, at the moment, with a win here, Clinton and Rosebud will be tied in the standings. Of course, they play Friday night, so whether Penguin beat them tonight or not, the Yellow Jackets still control their own destiny as they'll travel to Rosebud on Friday.
Newport inbounds the ball. Knocked loose momentarily. They recover in the corner. Just in front of head coach Matthew Doss. The Yellow Jackets on his feet at the end of the bench. Assistant coach Tammy Johnson seated. Ball loose. Lacey Bell McJunkins comes away with it down the left side. Defender between her and the basket. Running together, back it up, contact. And that's a foul on the Greyhounds. Their first foul of the first half. 3:30 to go in the opening quarter. 16-0, the Yellow Jacket lead. Stolzfus to McJunkins, quickly into Laster, catches, gets behind the defender, count the basket and the foul. A chance at a three-point play for the sophomore, Kylie Lassiter.
Kylie with 8, chance to go with a free throw here to get 9 points. And, man, every move she's made tonight so far has been strong. You love to see that. She has a strength and usually a height advantage every game and quickness on whoever's guarding her.
Going to miss the free throw. Stolzfus trying to come away with a rebound, but instead it's Newport racing down the floor. And Haven's going to catch up with her and then kind of run into her from behind. They lose their footing. They both go down, but Haven give a hand up. And that'll be her second personal foul, the team's fourth. Newport basketball. Dawson defending. Newport on the drive. Shot blocked, but a foul called on Shelby Dawson. 2 free throws for Newport.
Stay with us, senior boys next. Battle for first place, 3-way tie between Clinton, Harding Academy, and Newport. A lot riding on tonight's basketball game. And we hear even more news earlier today that Riverview looks like boys and girls are not going to play the rest of the regular season. Not sure how that's going to affect the standings. Those games not played have been ruled no contests. And the championship could be awarded by the most conference wins since everybody's playing a different schedule. Jackets could still have a chance with 3 wins this week, could win 12 conference games.
Newport, 3-point field goal is good. The first of the ball game by either team. And that's the Greyhounds' first made basket of the night. 18-3, Yellow Jackets lead.
Yeah, it's Hilda Price. She had 4 points the first time these two teams played.
Clinton yet to substitute in the ball game. Lacey Bell McJunkins kind of wraps around a screen by Kylie Laster, and a foul's going to be whistled on Newport.
Well, the reason I mentioned that, I think Riverview still has games left with Harding Academy and Newport. Those games will not be played. That'll one less chance for those teams to win a conference game.
Pass inside to Kylie Laster. She spins, and she's got a soft touch tonight.
She's 5 for 5, I think. So she's missed a shot.
20-3, the Yellow Jacket lead. She's very comfortable with the basketball in the lane tonight. She's had to make a move on defenders, but baskets are going through tonight. Ball out of bounds. Last touch by Newport, and it belongs to Clinton. 2:25 to go in the first quarter. Shelby Dawson, Lacey Bell McJunkins, Reese McDonald, Kylie Laster, and Haven Stolzfus. Haven Stolzfus for 3 from the left side. It's good. She was a good step or so behind that three-point line. She knocks it down for Clinton's first three-point field goal of the ball game and a 23-3 lead. 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Pass inside, but Stolzfus able to quickly get in there and knock it away. Newport gets it back. Start right, back left. Ball tipped by Reese McDonald. It's going to go off the leg of the Greyhounds. Ball to Clinton. As McDonald will take the inbounds pass, get it across midcourt. Down the right side quickly to Laster. Nobody there with Kylie. And that one is easy off the glass. Good. And that's Kylie's 12th point of the night, 25-3. Defense just didn't get back in time to cover Kylie Laster. Minute 25. McJunkins gets a hand in, knocks the ball away. Newport gets it back, and then they're tied up. Alternate possession to the Greyhounds.
The 2 substitutes from Newport check in. Three tried to check out. I don't want any more of this. 2 in, 3 out, but now they're back to full 5.
Inbounds pass under the basket, shot up and good. 25-5 the score. Quickly into McJunkins. Oh, she gets that to fall. That'd be pretty. Lacey Bell McJunkins with a pass to Stolzfus, kind of cutting just under the basket, going sideways. She took the pass, got the shot up. It wouldn't fall out of bounds to Newport.
Shaquilla Dixon with a basket there for Newport. She had 7 points. She was the leading scorer in the first game for Newport. That's her first basket of the night.
Under a minute to play in the first quarter. 25-5 is the lead. Ball out of bounds. And we'll keep it with Newport. And Stolzfus with a steal. Keeps it. Teammates behind her. 3-on-2. Shelby Dawson for the 3. It won't go. Stolzfus gets the rebound. Back to McDonald. Her shot up and in. McDonald's 6th point of the quarter. 27-5.
Haven there to pick it up before it went out of bounds. And then a nice little drop-off pass to Reese.
Newport going to drive the lane. Laster blocks the shot into the hands of Lacey Bell McJunkins. 17 seconds across midcourt. Down the floor in traffic. Right, left. Gets by the defender and puts it off the glass. Good. Nice touch finish at the end off the glass. 29-5.
Yeah, that right-left dribble. She really turned the defenders around in a circle almost, and then she dove in there for that left-handed layup.
3-2-1. Newport won't get a shot off. The first quarter has come to an end. The Yellow Jackets race out to a 29-5 lead. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in North Central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
we have partnered with Carti to bring world-class cancer treatment to Van Buren County.
Some chemos are between 1 to 2 hours to 8 hours. So when patient is sick, diagnosed with the cancer, traveling to Little Rock, that's a pretty long day for sick people.
Back in the old days, you had to get on the interstate, go to Conway or go to Little Rock to get your chemo treatments. My mom, for a year and a half, was able to take them right here in Clinton, Arkansas. Big peace of mind for my mom.
Ozark Health, your community hospital.
Yellow Jackets a big leader to the first quarter. Kind of thought we might expect tonight. Clinton's just outmatched the Newport Greyhounds this year. They are going to they're going to cruise on their way through this one. That'll give the opportunity, as you said earlier. I think everybody's going to get a lot of playing time tonight. We got a fresh 5 in the ball game, and not that that's going to help Newport any, though, as Sydney Standridge takes the pass to the low post. She spins, shoots, and scores to open the second quarter, 31-5. But you've got Standridge, you've got Katie McJunkins, you've got Kinley Keith, you've got Alexis Booher, and Erica Sykes in the ball game. So they're you don't drop off quite that much. Erica Sykes blocks the shot, gets it out to Booher. These girls have had significant playing time this year. Booher, I want to say she's probably had some starts. Erica Sykes has had some starts. Katie McJunkins often comes off the bench as the 6th player in, and she plays just as well as anybody else out on the floor when she's there. Kinley Keith, Sydney Standridge, you might call them about number 7 and 8 coming in, depending on if it's a post goes out. Sometimes Sydney Standridge might come in first on that to relieve, but Standridge going to drive, shoot, miss. But Coach Matthew Doss stepping into his first year at Clinton High School, coming over from North Little Rock as an assistant. He's done an excellent job of getting his team to play like he wants them to. Matthew Post says to play like he wants to, and he's got just such a good combination of athletes, all positions on the floor to work with, that he has the luxury of getting different girls in the ball game at different times, and we're going to see that tonight. 31-5 lead.
Yeah, everybody should get in tonight before this one's over, and then get set for a big game on Friday with Rosebud. That'll be for second place. And a second place seeding will get you 2 home games in the district tournament. So that is an important game with a win here and then a win on Friday.
Newport on the drive, count the basket and the foul. A chance at the traditional 3-point play for the Lady Greyhounds. 31-7, stops the clock at 6:32 in the second quarter.
Kayla Dixon's big, but she's quick, got quick feet. She's got 4 points of their 7. And looking for number 5.
And the free throw is good. 31-8. 6.5 minutes in the second quarter. Kinley Keith to the right, inside, back out. Kinley drives in to the lane at the free throw line, stops and knocks down the 2-point field goal, 33-8. So many girls already to score for Clinton. Is that the
7?
Say 7 already here in the first half.
And Newport turns it over again.
Inbound the ball, Katie McJunkins to Alexis Booher. And Alexis sets the offense at the point. Drop it inside of McJunkins. The pass from Keith. She spins. Shot up won't go, but the offside rebound right there for the putback is Sydney Standridge. Her second field goal, 35-8.
Entire new lineup here in the second quarter. Jackets playing man-to-man defense.
5:10 clock running. behind the three-point line. Shot up off the glass. Good. The second three-point field goal of the ball game for Newport, 35-11. Yellow Jackets lead.
Mikhail Johnson with the basket, number 10. Oh, check that, number 11.
Booher on the drive. She draws a foul, and it should send Alexis Booher, the junior, to the free throw line. And she's trying to walk off maybe a little bit of an ankle at the conclusion of that play and get back to the free throw line. Where she gets the first free throw, 36-11.
Jackets 1 out of 2 at the line.
And Alexis gets the second, 37-11. 4:48 in the second quarter. Clinton cheerleaders down to our right, in front of the student section there in the end zone. Got a good crowd here tonight at Yellow Jacket Arena for a cold, damp Tuesday evening here in Clinton. A little bit of light mist out here earlier. Don't know that we're freezing anywhere in town. Be careful if you have to go up the mountain tonight. 2 points in the lane. Shot by Newport, 37-13. Quickly down the floor, Katie McJunkins. Erica Sykes hands it off to Keith. She'll drive off the glass. Can't get the falls. It rolls off the rim. Rebound to Newport. And Keith with the steal. Kinley on the right side. Pass over to Katie McJunkin. Left side. Gets it off the glass. Won't go. Trying to get the rebound, but it's knocked out of bounds by the Yellow Jackets. Ball to Newport. She had a defender close in on her there tight. And maybe have forced the miss. And ball back to Newport. 37-13, the Yellow Jacket lead.
Yeah, Jackets on that man-to-man defense, but there's Johnson again for a basket. Gets by the defender. She's got 5.
2 more for Newport. So they're off to a better start offensively than they were in the first matchup between these two squads. When they scored, was it 17, 18 points total in the ball game?
Yeah, 59-18 that first meeting back in Newport.
Maybe had 7 points at halftime. They've got 15 now, just over midway through the second quarter. Booher's going to drive, put it off the glass, good. 39-15.
4 for Alexa. Jackets lead by 24.
On the drive, shot up, won't go, foul called. 2 free throws upcoming for Newport. That may be the 7th, if that's the 6th or 17th foul. It'll be 2 free throws regardless, fouled in the act of shooting on this one. That is the 7th team foul, so any fouls for the remainder of the first half of play will be free throws for Newport. Second personal foul on Erica Sykes. And substitutions in tonight for the first time. Ashley James, as well as
Maggie Deckelman in. Sophomores.
Sykes and Keith take a seat. Free throw up, won't go. Still 39-15. Rebound by James. Outlet to McJunkins. Katie with it. Up through the lane to Alexis Booher on the move. Nice pass.
Good hustle by Alexa to beat Newport down the floor. And then great recognition. I think was that Katie McJunkins on the pass.
Assist.
Led her with the pass. Didn't have to put it on the floor. Caught it and laid it in.
3-point attempt won't go. Rebound James. Her second in a row. Outlet to McJunkins. Here we go again. She's going to beat her defender. Take it all the way. This one won't go. The glass, the rim. Now it's loose on the floor, but Newport has it. They'll run it down, get it across midcourt. Just over 2 minutes to go in the second quarter. To the low post. Standridge defending, won't get a shot. Now on the drive, taken in from the free throw line. Good. 2 more points for, that is
who hit that one?
That was the leading scorer.
13.
Jacayla Dixon, 24. (41-17).
Jacayla Dixon. Yeah, had 7 the first time. She already has 7 tonight already.
Sydney Standridge is fouled, and she'll go to the free throw line. 2 free throws.
I'm going to cut out on you. We got a little special halftime presentation.
Yeah.
And we will reassemble in the second half here.
Yeah.
If you're watching on live stream, stay with us. It's going to be a special halftime celebration. I think it's a secret, but I don't think he's going to know before the minute and 41 seconds left. But we're going to honor Coach Biggs tonight at halftime. He's retiring after 35 years of coaching and teaching, both here and at Scotland High School.
Sydney Standridge, I believe she hit both of those, 42-17. Shot up, won't go. Standridge with a rebound, keeps it herself. Cross midcourt, pass up high through the lane to Buhart. She gets it to James on the move. No, that's Standridge. It went to Buhart, back to Standridge. Couldn't get the shot to fall. And it belongs to Newport with 1:22 to go. A minute 15 in the second quarter. Good pass inside. Dixon has it, spins. It's a one-hander up, but it won't go. Rebound, Buhar has it, keeps it herself. Now up the floor to Standridge on the move, right side. Couple of defenders. Pretty play. That's a highlight. That's a highlight reel for Sydney Standridge as she caught that. 2 defenders, one of them to her left as she had to kind of stretch her arm out and lay that one up to get it to go in. So Standridge doing well here in the first half for the Yellow Jackets. She's got 8 points. Kylie Laster had 12 points in the first quarter, has not returned. Sydney Standridge now with 8 here in the second quarter. The 2 leading scorers for the Yellow Jackets. 38 seconds in the second quarter. There's a foul. And that went against Maggie Deckelman. And Dixon gets the first free throw. The second one is up and good as well. I've got her 9 points to lead the Greyhounds. 19 points. They've already surpassed their first game total in the matchup between these two squads back at Newport when they scored 18 points in the contest. They got 19 tonight, but Clinton 44. They have led comfortably in this one from the beginning. They'll wind down the final 15 seconds here in the first half. Buhar with the ball at the midcourt circle. Now they'll set the offense. Deckelman on the left pops out, gets the ball inside the Standard. She'll turn. Got a couple defenders around her. Shot off the glass won't go. James with the rebound. Her shot won't go. Dixon has it for Newport. And the the first half has come to an end. Clinton in front, 44-19 over the Greyhounds. We'll take a quick break, then come back and join us for our halftime presentation. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
The all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Clinton is gearing up for football season. Yep, we've got a huge lineup of Rams that are sure to fit all of your tailgating needs. So put on that lucky jersey and score huge savings during the summer clearance event. Can't wait to see you at the all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Clinton and at cowboycdjr.com.
F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store, is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. F.L. Davis Cash Lumber can help with your electrical, plumbing, paint, tools, hardware, and flooring needs. They're a full-service hardware store and lumber yard. F.L. Davis can provide you with everything you need for your residential or commercial projects. The knowledgeable staff is always on hand to answer your questions. Visit F.L. Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store. Same place, now Ace.
The Blagg Law Firm is a proud supporter of Clinton High School Yellow Jacket sports. When you need an attorney, call the Blagg Law Firm. Whether it's an injury accident, criminal defense, DWI, family dispute, or Social Security disability, Ralph Blagg believes in equal justice for all. Located on Court Street in downtown Clinton and on the internet at blagglaw.com. The Blagg Law Firm, a proud supporter of Clinton High School sports.
The all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Clinton is gearing up for football season. Yep, we've got a
Hey, if you're listening, if you have the opportunity to watch, jump on over to the KHPQ Sports YouTube channel or the KHPQ Facebook page. Now, you're looking at it from behind, from our camera angle, but you're seeing Coach Mike Biggs being recognized tonight as he completes his 35th year of teaching and coaching. The last part of those years in the Clinton School District and the Scotland School District. Some kind of bio to read about him here. And I don't know when he found out about it or if he did before they went and got him. He's got the whole family here tonight seated to my left, and they wanted to surprise him and kind of talk him into getting here. Not sure why he'd be coming in 7th grade, not playing, thinking, but he's here. And let me just read you some of this. It's the Booster Club, the Clinton Yellow Jacket Booster Club, kind of put this together. And for Coach Mike Biggs, retiring after 35 years in education, he was a highly successful head coach at Scotland High School, where he had graduated from. In 2005-2006 season, his senior girls team went 32 wins, 10 losses, winning the conference championship, district tournament. They were the regional tournament champions, and that team finished ranked number 8 in the state of Arkansas. His senior boys team that season went 28 wins, 10 losses, and they were the district champions. It was in 2006 and 2007, the consolidation, I believe, of Clinton and Scotland and Allred had occurred, or was about to at that point. He came over to Clinton High School, and it was a seamless transition. In his time at Clinton, he served as assistant coach of the girls varsity program, as well as being the head coach of our 7th grade boys and girls. His 7th grade teams over the years have been very successful, such as this year's undefeated girls team, and the boys with only 2 losses. Coach Biggs is a tremendous teacher of the game, and his teams have always been prepared to move up to junior high. Coach Biggs is highly respected by all those associated with Yellow Jacket athletics, and his legacy will live on through the coaches he's mentored and the students and players he's taught over the years. He is getting a standing ovation from a good crowd tonight, and that is touching to see that. Just to finish that up, the coaches he's mentored and the students and players he's taught over the years from Yellow Jacket Nation. Coach Biggs, thank you for all your time and effort and a job well done. Coach Mike Biggs, probably my first impression of Mike Biggs was in the early years of broadcasting, of traveling around, and my colleague and I going to basketball games around the area, around the state. And we kind of changed conferences through the years, so we've kind of been all different directions. But our good friend Jimmy Lindsay used to go to basketball games with us, and he quit us after a few years, after a couple there, and he's stayed home ever since. But Jimmy also came over in that move from Scotland to Clinton, and spent a few games here at Yellow Jacket Arena, walking those games on the road with us. And, of course, Mike Biggs was his favorite coach through the years, and no one could coach better than Mike Biggs. And so I know Jimmy is a big fan of Coach and always heard that. And, boy, anywhere we would go to with Jimmy, somebody would know him. And once you met Jimmy, he is kind of unforgettable. And somebody would remember maybe a game or so. And as Jimmy's tradition was, he would walk the sideline, and sometimes he would catch the evil eye or the ire of an official for being too much close to the floor or talking too much or something like that. And so fans and maybe officials alike, they'd know Jimmy from somewhere, some game they'd been to. And so he always made an impression, and he always thought well of Coach Mike Biggs. I just mentioned in that bio about his undefeated girls team this season. Boys only 2 losses. That's kind of been my intro to Coach Biggs, or kind of my joke. But it's not really a joke when we say it's Coach Biggs. His 7th grade teams go undefeated every year, and they seemingly do. I don't know. It'd be nice if we'd have a compilation of season by season on that, but they're always at the top. So I don't know. On one hand, that if they don't continue that in junior high and up to senior high, then something else went wrong up the line, because Coach Biggs got them started off well. But maybe this year a good example. Whatever he's done with these girls when they were younger, the Clinton senior girls have a fantastic team this year. When some of these girls were in junior high, they may have had 2 or 3 junior high district tournament championships or co-champions or first or second place. So this current group, he got off to a good start, and he's been doing that for a long time. They've had a lot of success, and you know, when you're coming up, maybe a lot of these parents, you know, sometimes are coaches of the Pee Wee squads, the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th grade, and there's always that kind of, well, what happens when you step up to school play, or what's the difference in coaching or things like that. I'm sure Coach Biggs is somebody you'd look forward to your kids playing for whenever they hit 7th grade basketball and playing organized within the school system and the school plan, and he's done well, and like I said, he could coach a lot of places, could coach a lot of ages. Hey, come here. He's walking by. Get you on here for a couple minutes.
Oh, yeah. Hey. We need to do that, don't we?
Hey, Mike Hawley back, and we got the man of the hour. We got Coach Biggs with us. I don't know for people, we carried it on the live stream tonight if you tuned in, but we honored Coach Biggs tonight after 35 years in education. How does it feel, Coach?
It feels nice. It's been a real fun ride, but it's going to be nice to take it easy.
Hey, talk about your years at Scotland. That's where you grew up and went to school and came back home to coach.
Yes, graduated in 81 at Scotland. Loved playing ball there. Came back, got the opportunity to coach there for many years. A lot of good players, good people went through, good kids, good faculty and everything to work with. It was great.
A lot of coaches don't have this situation pop up, but your school became a part of the Clinton School District. What was that? What was the thoughts coming over? Was it a little bit apprehension, or it seemed like it went real smooth, but what do you think?
Yes, with Scotland, our numbers had always been kind of low, so we knew for 10 years before it happened that would probably happen. But Clinton welcomed us, and it went real smooth, I thought, with the Scotland kids and some of the teachers and so forth that came over. We felt welcome and had a good time here. I was glad to be a part of Clinton here, just like I was of Scotland. But, yeah, it went real smooth.
So when you first came over, your daughter was playing, I believe. There was some good
two
teams there, and then when you came over here, she really was
when
a
we
key
came
contributor
over
here.
Whitney was a 12th grader. Coach Cooper was coaching, and I was his assistant coach, and it went real smooth with Coach Cooper. I mean, we got along real good, and lots of people don't realize it, but our philosophy is a lot alike. So I really want to thank Coach Cooper for helping us out. Him and his family helped us out a lot. We was really thankful of them.
And then later you transitioned into the 7th grade coach, and you've been a huge asset there. You've had great teams in the 7th grade. And then also, I guess the biggest part, though, you've always had them prepared to move into junior high that next year.
Yeah, it was nice. Actually, when Whitney played little college ball at North Ark, I kind of went to 7th grade so I could go watch her play and stuff, and had a good time. It helped here at Clinton to have a period for 7th grade practice, so that gave us time to work on stuff. A lot of times parents and players didn't realize the main goal was always to prepare them for junior high and hope winning would take care of its place.
Right, and you were so strong in teaching the fundamentals, how to shoot the basketball. Those kids in the 7th grade, they like to win, but that 7th grade, like you say, it's preparation for junior high and senior high.
Right, and of course it always helped to have a lot of good kids and parents coming up and through. So I had a good time there with parents and with the good kids that came through.
What's some of the memories of your good teams at Scotland? I know we talked about a couple of them during the introduction. I think you went 28-10 one year, or 30, and what was that?
Yeah, our last year at Scotland was a super good year. Our
32-10.
Senior girls and senior boys won every game at home, and everybody knew it was the last year for us at Scotland, so the gym was packed, standing room only always, so all them home games were super nice. That'll be rememberable. Had Channel 4, Channel 7 come in because it was our last year there, so it was a great year. I mean, like I said, the senior girls won district, won regionals, made a pretty good run in state. senior boys won district and got beaten regionals, but they had a real good year too. They was like 28-10.
Yep.
So that was a very memorable year. And then when we came here to Clinton, when Whitney was a 12th grader, as Coach Cooper and that team, they went to state then too, and that was very memorable. And too, the junior girls for Clinton that year went undefeated. So like me and Coach Cooper had talked, it couldn't be much better than that. The junior girls went like 20-0, and the senior girls was like 22-5. That was kind of a good year.
And now as you transition to retirement, got any thoughts? I know you have a farm, I guess, out at Scotland.
Oh, yeah.
Raise cattle.
We have a few head of cows and stuff. I figure I'll say plenty busy, more busy than I want probably. So I don't figure I'll be too bored. My wife will take care of that.
You spent a few years, I think, teaching driver's ed, didn't you? I did that for about 7 years, so it takes a special breed to teach driver's ed.
Yes, driver's ed for 2 or 3 years here at Clinton. So, that's –
you have to be fearless.
Yeah, that's true. Sometimes it can be kind of scary, but, I overcompensate that by driving through Sonic a lot.
Yeah. I know one of the things I used to coach, and I just watched from afar, but you seem like you've had kind of a mentor relationship with some of the younger coaches, too. They ask you questions, and you're always great to help answer questions and the things you've seen and been through.
Yes, our coaches are very good. Coach Gardner, I think, does a great job with junior boys, senior boys, and he's always trying to improve. And, I mean, his record talks for itself. He's ever since he's been the head coach here, his senior boys have played well, and so has the junior high. Coach Post here, he's young, but he's working hard, and he's doing the thing that he needs to do. I'm proud of all the coaches here.
Yeah, lots of good young girls talent, lots of sophomores on this team. And then the junior girls have really blossomed this year after starting 0-4. They won 8 or 9 in a row. And then, of course, your 7th grade girls, talk about them, went undefeated this year.
Yes, 7th grade girls, one of the best bunch that been through. Not only did they go undefeated, I mean, they played well every game. Nobody played them close. And there's not just one. I mean, there's a group of 10 that, all super good kids. The parents I know, great parents, and that does make a difference. Having good parents a lot of times lead to good kids too. So I was very proud of the 7th grade girls and the 7th grade boys.
The only 2 losses for them, and one was Pottsville.
Yes.
And then I think a Mountain View team that had some players that played both junior high and 7th grade, I think.
We beat Pottsville at Pottsville, but we just couldn't score enough points here to beat them when they came here.
If you tuned in, we're talking to head coach, 7th grade coach Mike Biggs. He honored tonight. He announced his retirement, I guess, a little while back after 35 years. And,
yes, sir.
And the Yellow Jackets lead 52-29 here over Newport. They've led all the way. In fact, they jumped out, I think it was 16-0 in this one. And so, but Coach Biggs kind of joined us here.
Yes.
And Coach Cooper also retired this year, so we got two of our legends retiring here at Clinton High School.
Yeah, Coach Cooper and myself. I just hope they can replace us, which won't be too hard. But
talk about. I never had the chance to go out there. A home game at Scotland. What was that like when the building's full? I bet that was quite an atmosphere.
Yes, especially the last year there. The gym is very small, a lot like, I hate to say, like our rock gym here at Clinton.
Yep.
And every home game there was standing room only. So it was very, very exciting. And, of course, we had a little home court advantage because of the size and everything else, and we definitely took advantage of that. So, like I said, we won every game at home with senior high boys and girls. So the excitement was there.
Well, you think there's anything you're going to miss?
It wasn't. It was so full. I heard standing room only. Some fans had to walk the sidelines. I think Jimmy Lindsay.
That's true.
Yeah. That's true. While we're here, Jimmy Lindsay, I got to say something about him. He is probably my biggest fan. He was at every game, walking the sideline. If you know Jim Lindsay, I mean, he's a character, but he was true Scotland, true to me. So I gave him a hard time a lot, but he's a great person.
And I think while you were with Coach Cooper, he made all these games too while you were.
Yes, he tried to make all the games too.
So,
he loved basketball.
Yep. There's anything you're going to miss looking back?
Oh, yes, I'll miss the kids mainly. And I mean, practice, I'll miss it. Going to away games and some of the stuff like that, I probably won't miss, but.
Probably had enough trips on the yellow bus.
Yes.
By the way, Coach also drives a school bus every day. So.
Yes, I've drove the school bus and drove to many ball games. I will not miss that probably.
Yeah. I was like, there was a bunch of us that worked on the lunch program, and Coach Biggs was right there, driving the lunches spring and summer out to the kids out in the Scotland area. So.
Yes.
So.
It was not.
Well, your final year was a kind of a crazy year with this pandemic, this COVID-19.
It's been an odd year with this COVID, but I'm just glad they got to play, kids got to play, and so forth. It'd been a rough year. I know if my kids would have been seniors and didn't get to play, well, that would have been rough, So I'm glad we got to play. Glad they're getting to play.
Well, that's Coach Mike Biggs.
All right.
Well, thanks for being with us, and thanks
for talking
35
with me.
years.
I appreciate it.
And thanks for all you did for Clinton High School.
Well, I appreciate Clinton High School. All the faculty's been super good to me, kids, parents. I've definitely enjoyed my time here.
That's
so
great.
Thanks so much.
All right, that's Mike Biggs, and on 35 years in education and coaching. So,
appreciate you.
All right, thanks, Coach. 56-29 here. Yellow Jackets lead with a minute left here in the third quarter.
Here we go.
Got your flag.
He's got to take his plaque. Here he comes back, too. They had a nice plaque presented to him tonight.
I think that's yours.
Clinton Booster Club. Shot inside, won't go. Rebound to the Yellow Jackets. And it's Kinley Keith for the basketball. Erica Sykes out there. Sydney Standridge, Alexis Buher, and Maggie Deckelman. 56-29. Lady Yellow Jackets in front. 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. We got more coaches in the arena tonight. Coach Derek Ains, his wife Keisha, and their children now formerly on the coaching staff here at Clinton High School. We visited with Derek a little bit when we were at Newport. It's always good to see him. They owned a house here. They may still own a house here for rent. I told him it's up near 110. I told him I'll just stay in the house for a couple, get iced in the house for a couple days and just stay on up here. Buher off the pass from Deckelman. Alexis is fouled. She'll go to the free throw line. A couple of free throws here as we're nearing the end of the third quarter, but again, good to see and visit with Derek again.
Derek, part of the Newport assistant football coaching staff. Newport, I think, got to the state quarterfinals this year.
Alexis' first free throw is up and in. She'll have a second. And Buher's second free throw is short. It's out of bounds, and it belongs to the Greyhounds. 4.6 seconds remaining. They'll inbound the ball, get it across midcourt, see if they get a final shot. They do, and it won't go off the rim. And 59-29, 3 quarters complete. Final 8 minutes when we return. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
At First Security, our team is proud to be only in Arkansas. In fact, we've been committed to our home state since 1932. Why does that matter? Banking with First Security means that you get friendly service from local professionals right where you live. Decisions are made here, and so are relationships. From personal banking to business to mortgage, First Security is here. for you. First Security, only in Arkansas. FSBank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Blagg Law Firm is a proud supporter of Clinton High School Yellow Jacket sports. When you need an attorney, call the Blagg Law Firm. Whether it's an injury accident, criminal defense, DWI, family dispute, or Social Security disability, Ralph Blagg believes in equal justice for all. Located on Court Street in downtown Clinton and on the internet at blagglaw.com. The Blagg Law Firm, a proud supporter of Clinton High School sports.
For the Yellow Jackets, Deckelman, Sykes, Standridge, Keith, and Booher for the Yellow Jackets. Clinton has led since the beginning of this one, maybe a 16-0 run to start the ball game. Newport, they've scored more points in this one than they did in the first matchup between the two. They've got 29 on the board now. 59-29 is the Yellow Jacket lead. But as the girls, their first of two games scheduled for this week, they plan to be back in action on Friday night at Rosebud in a big matchup. Could have some consequences for some tournament seeding. That'll get going next week. The boys are going to have a game before we get to Friday night, I guess, weather permitting. We'll see about that. But the girls hopefully getting a good tune-up tonight to close out things on Friday. Sykes takes the pass, down low, turns, puts up the left hand, won't go, gets her own rebound, puts it back. This one won't go, and rebound goes out of bounds. And I think maybe Erica B whistled for a foul. And with the 30-point lead, that puts the ball game into the Arkansas Activities Association sportsmanship rule. Here in the fourth quarter, the clock will not stop but for an official timeout. So 6 minutes, 35 seconds. And we may wind this one down. We're at 7 o'clock. Senior boys game to follow in what could be an exciting matchup between two of the better teams on the boys' slate of the conference. Good pass. Kinley Keith on the drive. She puts it off the glass. Good. 61-29.
Good drive down the baseline by Kinley Keith.
And it looks like the next break in the action, that'll be now as the whistle blows. In fact, Ashley James going to return to the ball game, and Maddie Gifford will enter, maybe for the first time tonight. Who else is coming in?
Sophia Cabana.
Oh, okay, yeah. They have her hair in braids. I mean, I hadn't seen her in a while. Got her hair in braids. I'm used to seeing her in that too. They join Deckelman, Sykes. Again, these are girls that played on very successful junior high teams coming up. Now they're in senior high and kind of coached along the way by Coach Mike Biggs. And Maggie Deckelman gets 2 points, 63-29.
That's one thing about Coach Biggs, and we're going to really miss him in that 7th grade slot because he did it the right way, which was winning was second, preparation was first. And so taught them the fundamentals, and they still went ahead and won, but taught them the fundamentals. And then when I got to 8th grade, 9th grade, they were ready to play. And he had whatever it is, he had it because kids really responds to him, and he's a great motivator.
James back to Cabana. Pass inside to Erica Sykes, and she puts the shot up and in, 65-29. 4 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the ball game. It wasn't too many years ago that my niece, I guess that'd be your great niece, and folks just sitting in front of us tonight, Kyle Hensley and his mother, Danny Hensley, Kyle's daughter, Allie. That was another good group of 7th grade girls that came through that, Taylor Huggins and Allie Hensley. And those girls, they had a really good year that well as 7th graders as well with Coach Biggs. Ball's knocked loose, out of bounds. and it belongs to the Greyhounds. (65-32). So we're winding down the senior girls game. On the drive, shot up, foul called, 2 free throws for Newport.
Victoria Atchley is the coach for Newport. See her in our live stream there. She's an old White County girl, played at White County Central.
Well,
played some.
We'll call this one as they play it out, but also maybe looking ahead to next week. We talked about Rosebud on Friday night, kind of mention again the implications of that ball game and maybe how the district tournament maybe is going to look a little bit different this year compared to years past, and when we get that going next week.
Well, it'll be just like the junior high is this week. The team with the higher seeds get to play home games. And so the Yellow Jackets will travel to Rosebud on Friday. Rosebud and Clinton have identical records after Rosebud loses to Pangburn tonight. And so the winner Friday night will get that second seed, guaranteed 2 home games as long as you keep winning.
Cabana on the drive's foul. She'll go to the line for 2 free throws.
And I think you may get a bye also possibly in that first round if you're the second seed.
Sophie gets the first, 66-33.
Clinton beat Rosebud about a month ago. Kendall Rooks, their leading scorer, was injured at the end of the first quarter, did not play the rest of the game. Friday night, Rosebud beat Harding Academy. Rooks scored 17 points in that game. But tonight, Pangburn held them to 27 points and winning that game 31-27.
Sykes shoots inside and misses, gets her own rebound, and she gets the putback. 2 more points for Erica Sykes, 68-33.
I may have missed a few stats, but I've got at least 10 Yellow Jackets have scored tonight.
Ball knocked away into the hands of Aggie Deckelman. She's going to keep it left side. Puts it off the glass, good. Boy, how many girls on the senior girls team can make the left-handed layup and shoot with their left hand? You don't often find many left-handed players or right-handed players who can do it easily, but they got a number of girls on this squad who can drive to the left and put it up and in. And
that's 11 different players to score tonight.
Oh! Cabana goes hard to the basket. She's whistled for a foul. Greyhound goes down in front of her. You heard the floor hit hard. She picks up the back, rubs the back of her head just a little bit, leaving the ball game. So that was definitely a thump. Must have been the back of her head. She looks okay. Walk to the sideline. 45 seconds. Running clock. 70-33. And a turnover by Newport. We'll have at least one more chance here.
Oh.
Pass down low to Gifford. Add one more player to the scoring tonight?
That's 12.
72-33. 15 seconds. Clock running. Newport on the drive. Off the glass, good. 72-35. LC might be one more shot. Cross midcourt is Sykes. Up the floor to Deckelman. She's on the baseline. 4 seconds, 3. Back to Sykes. Up high to James. Under the basket. And count it. Ashley James for 2 as the horn sounds. 74-35. Clinton wins convincingly tonight over the Lady Greyhounds from Newport in this conference matchup. It looks like the teams will meet at midcourt. Yellow Jacks are headed that way for a post-game prayer. We'll step away from the mic here for just a moment. When we return, we'll give you some final numbers, and we'll name the first Arkansas Bank & Trust player of the game. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank & Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank & Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Ozark Health is a wonderful diamond in the rough, I call it.
Living in a rural community, having access to healthcare is critical. It has been a blessing to our community.
Not that I want to go to the hospital, this last place that I really want to go, but this is a place I'd recommend to anybody.
There's nothing like the individual care that you get here. It's phenomenal.
Our purpose for being here is to serve people. It fills me with pride that we're able to do that.
Ozark Health, your community hospital.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Strong, dependable, ready for anything. The Clinton Yellow Jackets know what it takes to make a great team, and Grassroots Equipment is proud to support them. Take on the season with Massey Ferguson compact and utility tractors. They mow, load, handle hay, and more, all while delivering more of the power and versatility you've come to expect from Massey Ferguson. Experience the compact and utility tractors that will take you through the season strong at Grassroots Equipment.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in north central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
You know, life here wouldn't be the same without a sense of community. This is a wonderful place to live. The home of the Chuck Wagon Races, Greers Ferry Lake, and of course, Joe Lee Chevrolet. You know, Joe Lee Chevrolet is famous for fairness, honesty, and square dealing. Now for 4 generations. Sure, you can buy a new Chevrolet car, truck, any other place, but this isn't anywhere. This is home. They invite you to come on down to Joe Lee Chevrolet, where they have large rebates and incentives plus low interest rates. Joe Lee Chevrolet, Highway 65 South in Clinton.
Well, our unofficial scoring tonight, a little more unofficial than usual. We kind of got distracted a little bit during that ball game, especially in the second half. I know for the Yellow Jackets, I know Kylie Laster had 12 points in the first quarter. I don't know if she didn't return to the ball game after that. I don't believe. Also, who else was in the first quarter? Lacey Bell McJunkins had 4, and Haven
Sydney
Stoltzfus
Standridge
maybe had 7 or 8, and there are a couple of 3-pointers. Reese had 6 points there in the first quarter, one of the starters as well. And some of the other players came in. Again, everybody played tonight. A lot of playing time, 12 players to score. A couple of notables in that. I thought Erica Sykes, I think we might have missed some of her points in the second half, but she played well. And Sydney Standridge. Standridge, I know at one point she had at least 8. We might have missed some of hers as well. But I think they want to nominate those two for the First Arkansas Bank and Trust players of the game. Erica Sykes and Sydney Standridge. Kind of both those girls sometimes come in and play the point. Maybe if Kylie Laster's out of the ball game, Sykes maybe had a couple of starts this year. Sydney's kind of maybe not just a true point, but also kind of a forward who can kind of play both positions. And both girls, a lot of touches. Standridge on the drive tonight, good passing. Sykes good posting up inside, got shots. And that's a couple of sophomores which are making an impression and a good effort for their team this year. And they still got a couple more years to go. So you're going to hear their names a lot more, Sydney Standridge and Erica Sykes. And thanks to First Arkansas Bank and Trust, again, their title sponsorship again this season of the player of the game. Stop in their branch in the Northside Shopping Center and see what they can do for you. Financial services and banking products. That's First Arkansas Bank and Trust.
Yeah, Lady Yellow Jackets broke this one open early. And they jumped out to a 16-0 lead halfway through the first quarter, led 29-5 at the end of the first quarter. Took a 59-29 30-point lead into that fourth quarter, so the clock ran the entire fourth quarter. Yellow Jackets win 74-35. They're now 17-7 on the season and 10-4 in conference play and are tied for second with Rosebud. It was beaten by Penguin tonight, 31-27. Rosebud now 10-4. Clinton now 10-4. And they will meet Friday night at Rosebud. And Penguin is at 9-5 now. Only one game behind Rosebud and Clinton. So whoever slips up on Friday night will drop into a tie with Penguin. Then you probably have to go to some type of tiebreaker system then to determine third and fourth place. And that those are huge for seedings heading into the district tournament, because this year you get to host the game as long as you're the highest seed. And so Mountain View's going to win the conference, but then everybody's fighting for that second spot to get those two home games before having to travel to Mountain View for the finals. And so every game's big. Yellow Jackets are off till Friday, barring the weather. It'll be Rosebud and Clinton Friday night in a battle for second place. But right now we got a battle for first place, Jeff Hall, between Clinton and Newport. And this is a big one. This will same thing for the boys. Seedings are so important. And as we go to the district tournament now, no longer played at a one location. Games are played at home sites, so every one of these games is important. Clinton, Newport, Harding Academy tied for first. The Yellow Jackets have 3 games left to play. They're 15-5 on the season, and they're 10-3 in conference play. They're coming off a big win Friday night, a bounce-back win after losing on Thursday. They beat Riverview by a score of 47-31. They had 3 players scoring double figures on Friday night. Russ Hensley had the best game of his high school career thus far. The sophomore had 14 points on Friday. Zach Alexander 12, and Harrison Hall chipped in 11. Jackets led 24-20 at the half and took a 10-point lead into the fourth quarter, winning by 16, 47-31. The last time these two teams played, you have to go back to January the 5th at Newport. Jackets win in overtime, 67-60. They led 28-23 at the half, but Newport scored 24 points in the third quarter to take the 10-point lead. They would stretch that lead to 11 in the fourth quarter before the Yellow Jackets mounted a furious rally. They cut it to 55-51 with 1:24 left. They tied the game at 55 with 30 seconds left, missed a free throw, and then held their breath as Newport missed a three-point shot at the buzzer, and the game went into overtime. The Yellow Jackets scored 4 straight points in overtime to jump to a 63-59 lead, and then went on to a 67-60 victory, come-from-behind victory over Newport. Nathan Farmer had a big night that night. He scored 13 points. He had 7 of them in overtime. Jasper Burgess had 21 points that night, 12 of 14 at the free throw line. And Harrison Hall and Zach Alexander chipped in 10 points apiece. The Yellow Jackets had 4 players in double figures. Newport, Kylan Walls had 24 points, followed by Jarius Dean with 15. Now, since these two teams last played, their 2 top scorers are gone. Jasper Burgess out for the year with an injury, and Kylan Walls, dismissed from the team at Newport, had 24 points that night back in early January against the Yellow Jackets. So 2 big scorers that played in the first game are not here now. We'll see how that affects the game tonight. Newport comes in with a record of 11-3. They're 10-3 in conference play. They're tied for first. Their last game was a week ago. They beat Cave City 67-50. After they beat Clinton, or after Clinton beat them on January the 5th, they lost to Rosebud 3 nights later, and they haven't lost since then. They've won 8 straight games since that loss to Rosebud, and so they are on a hot streak, and something's got to give tonight as the Yellow Jackets have won 2 out of 3 since Jasper Burgess' injury, and Newport has won 8 straight since that game back in January against Rosebud.
Well, let's take a final break. When we return, we'll be ready for the tip. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports. Well, we'll keep it here as the starting lineups to be introduced. Public address announcer Brian Henderson is joined at the scorers table tonight by Miranda Widener and not Jordan Benson. Not sure. I have to check, see who that is from a distance, but good crowd tonight here in the arena. Now the senior boys, looking ahead, we're going to be back midweek for this one with the senior boys makeup game, correct?
Yeah, Yellow Jackets scheduled to travel to Ball Knob tomorrow to make up a game that they lost while they were on the COVID-19 quarantine. That game has been moved, I believe, to a 4:30 tip time tomorrow at Ball Knob, hoping to beat the weather. We also have junior girls here tomorrow night, district tournament. I believe that game has also been moved up. They'll play Riverview here tomorrow. Double check that. Maybe around 4:30 also, or maybe 5 o'clock. It's been moved up, trying to beat the weather.
And tonight, so this being the last regular scheduled home game of the season, that's traditionally seniors night for basketball schools. Now, again, we do expect the Clinton boys and girls both to be playing a home game come tournament time this year. But some of those, seniors getting recognized tonight and introduced in the public address. And it looks like your starting 5 tonight for the Yellow Jackets will include, 4 seniors, that being Lathan Newland, Zach Alexander, Harrison Hall, Nathan Farmer, and they'll be joined by the sophomore, Russ Hensley, for the Clinton senior boys.
I think one of the differences in Newport and Harding Academy, Newport's a better defensive team. I think the Yellow Jackets will have opportunities to score tonight. And the key, though, cannot let Newport they can score points in bunches also. The game's closer to 70 than it is 50. It's probably being an advantage to Newport. The Yellow Jackets continue to play great defense, try to shave some points off the other team. And then some of our guys, like we saw the other night, Russ Hensley with 14, pick up their scoring just a little bit, trying to fill in those 22, 23 points that we used to get from Jasper Burgess.
And we're ready to tip. I hear just a little bit of digital feedback as the tip is in the air and controlled. Harrison Hall comes up with it. Let me double check here. My colleague called the game. I'm going to call the station real quick to see make sure we're doing okay.
It's the opening tip. It's run down by Harrison Hall, and the Jackets have it. Opening possession of the ball game. Zach Alexander against this Newport man-to-man defense. It's Alexander, Hensley, Hall, Farmer. Alexander drives in. His layup just rolls off the front of the rim. And also Lathan Newland starting for the Yellow Jackets. Just underway here at the arena. Jackets have won the first 2 games of the night. Looking for the sweep. Jackets open in the zone. And inside to Reynolds, his shot no good. There's a rebound by Farmer. The Jackets get the ball into the front court. Hensley to Hall. Off a screen inside, drops it back to Hensley, but the ball's knocked away. Quickly down the floor. Shot up and good.
And the first 2 points of the night go to the Greyhounds, an early lead just over a minute into play. Kelsey Robinson, our studio engineer, says the sound is okay tonight, and so we'll call it through. If we run into a snag, we'll check that out, see what we can do for you. But looking forward to this one. Alexander on the right wing. Man-to-man defense by the Greyhounds. He's going to drive the lane, dump it to Farmer under the basket, and Nathan puts it up and in. A 6'5" postman for the Yellow Jackets. We're tied at 2.
So we did get a lot against Harding Academy was to be able to drive and then be able to get that advantage on the inside to drop it off. Against Newport, we already got in the lane a couple of times.
Ball up in the air, in the lane, and Lathan Newland's going to come away with it.
I think Alexander partially blocked that one. Give Russ Hensley credit for keeping it alive, and then Lathan ran it down.
Pass in the lane. Harrison Hall with the assist. Farmer takes the pass and puts it up from the right side this time. So 4 points for Farmer and a 4-2 lead.
Yeah, Newport chasing the ball way out on the perimeter, and they're getting those back cuts off the screen twice now. We had wide open cutters to the basket.
They try to get it into the post. It's tipped back out on the floor. Now drive the lane. High arch off the glass. Good. Ties the ball game at 4.
Well, Marty Keynes for the basket. I don't think he scored the first game.
Quick ball movement by the Yellow Jackets. Down to Russ Hensley on the move. He turns. His shot won't go. Tries to take it back from the Greyhounds and whistled for the foul. The team's first of the ball game. Tied at 4.
Newport definitely the most athletic team probably in the conference. Quick hands. Got to be careful with the basketball.
That's a moving screen, I think, or try to run through it as Newport tries to set a screen out above the three-point line.
Reynolds for Newport with a illegal screen. Going to be a turnover at Newport.
Their first foul of the ball game. Lathan Newland gets by his man on the dribble, but then from behind, from the side, they poke it away. Now Newport quickly down the floor. Hey, Harrison Hall up high, blocks the shot. Newport gets it back and scores a foul and a chance for three-point play. Boy, Harrison got up high, coming from the side and behind and blocked that shot. Just unfortunately back into the hands of the Greyhounds, but it was a pretty defensive play.
Second time Yellow Jackets had to look like a clear path to the basket, and then the quickness of Newport from behind to poke it away. You got to be careful with take care of the basketball.
Free throw is good by Reynolds. He has 3. He's the third Greyhound to score here early in this one, and they lead 7-4. Farmer has all 4 for the Yellow Jackets. Zach Alexander on the drive. There's a foul called on the floor.
Another good drive to the basket. You got to like that. Yellow Jackets are getting lanes to the basket.
Inbound the ball to Alexander. Harrison steps to the corner, takes the pass back. His three-point attempt, though, won't go. Ball gets away on the pass. Clinton gets it back. Russ steps up to the free throw line. His shot won't go. Gets his own rebound. He's going to try to follow. Shielded by Farmer. Gets a shot off. It won't go. It's out of bounds. And last touch by Newport. Blaine Demerton will check into the ball game for the first time as Russ Hensley gets a breather.
Blaine played really good the last couple of games. He's getting more and more comfortable. He's picking up more playing time. He is definitely showing his athletic skill.
He's a senior as well for this year's squad. Harrison Hall with a pull-up, 2 behind the free throw line. Pulls the Yellow Jackets within 1. They trail 7-6.
Jackets in the 2-3 zone. We've seen more zone now since Chester Burgess' injury. We're a little bit thinner. We're going from man-to-man more to zone defense.
Bounce pass, drive to the baseline, try to toss it back out, but too many white jerseys in the way. The ball's deflected. Clinton comes up with it. If you're watching on the KHPQ Sports YouTube channel or the KHPQ Facebook page, Clinton in the home white, moving left to right. Newport in a road black, trimmed a little bit of white and red. Emberton's in the lane, takes the pass, but he'll be whistled for a travel. The basket will not count. 3:18 to go in the first, trailing 7-6.
Alexander with that rebound off the three-point miss. I think the Yellow Jackets would, until Newport proves they can hit it from the outside, I'd be glad for them to take that shot.
Harrison Hall, the pass off the dribble. His three-point attempt won't go. Rebound Newport. Down the floor, left side, spin in the lane. Reverse layup, good. There were 3 Yellow Jackets in the area. They just had the perfect spin to get around and get the shot up, 9-6, and it looks like Coach Cole Gardner wants a timeout. We'll take the break. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Tonight's exciting Yellow Jacket basketball action is brought to you in part by these fine Yellow Jacket boosters. By Clinton Stockyards, American Home Pharmacy, Regions Bank of Clinton, by Dr. Miles Hill in the Van Buren County Veterinary Clinic, by Canada Abstract, and by Johnny's Automotive. These fine Yellow Jacket boosters bring you tonight's game.
Hi, I'm Dr. Reagan Gallagher, a board-certified neurosurgeon with the Conway Regional Neuroscience Center. If you are experiencing pain in your neck, your arms, your back, or your legs, or you have weakness with prolonged standing or walking, we can help you find the cause. At our Neuroscience Center, we have a comprehensive spine clinic to help you take control of these problems. For more information, visit our website at conwayregional.org or call 501-932-0352. You can always talk with your primary care physician about a referral to Conway Regional Neuroscience Center. We look forward to helping you improve the quality of your life.
Zach Alexander, Nathan Farmer, Lathan Newland, Blake Emberton. All seniors on the floor. Coach Cole Gardner. Alexander dribbles in, gets between a couple of Greyhounds, and reach-in foul called on Newport. It looks like Russ Hensley will return. Emberton out. Trailing 9-6. Minute 45 to go in the first quarter. Ball knocked away into the air. And quickly going the other way. Newport off the glass, good. Behind the play, we got a Greyhound who was injured on the previous play. So Newport on the break, they're able to finish the offensive play. They score, and now he might have, if he got hit somewhere around the face or head, he's going to walk off to the sideline.
That's the big sophomore Isaiah Kendall, big-time wide receiver for the Greyhound football team. Another shot where the Jackets looked like they had a line to the basket again. The ball poked away from behind.
11-6, trailing. Zach Alexander takes the pass, drives the lane, gets by the... pretty play with his left hand in traffic. Just enough space to get the shot off the glass. Pulls Clinton within 3.
They didn't have much angle there, but he got it off the glass and puts the lead back to 3.
Put in his own defense. Dribble down the lane. Shot won't go, but I believe a foul is going to be called on Nathan Farmer.
Theron Davis at the line for Newport.
Going to miss the first free throw. We'll have a second. Emberton returns. Nathan Farmer out. That was the second personal foul on Nathan Farmer.
That's big, too, because the Yellow Jackets need size on the inside against Newport to guard the basket.
Misses the second. Long rebound. Tipped out, and Newport's going to come away with it. Now they're going to drive the lane. Shot up. Won't go. Tipped out again behind the three-point line. Newport gets it back. Pass inside. Knocked away off Emberton's hands, out of bounds.
Played by Zach. He couldn't get the rebounds, but he knew Newport was going to get it and lay it back in, so he knocked it toward half court. So
inbound the ball in the lane. And Russ probably feels maybe like the wrong place at the wrong time. Not much there, but as Newport kind of maybe leaned in to get the shot off, Hensley goes backwards a little bit. Enough contact to be whistled for a foul. 2 free throws, 55 seconds in the first quarter, but missing the first. Newport unable to take advantage from the free throw line. Still a 3-point lead. The second free throw is up. A miss as well, and a rebound by Blaine Emberton.
Davis missed 4 straight free throws, all of them on almost a straight line almost.
Zach Alexander gets it across. Kind of weave and hand off, moving around the 3-point line. 33 seconds. Trying to pass inside to Hensley. Knocked away. Newport down the floor. Knocked away from behind by Zach Alexander. And his momentum's going to carry he and the ball out of bounds. But a good job to get down the floor. Disrupt any opportunity that Newport had to score on the break. 25 seconds. Look inside. Not there. Back out. Foot on the 3-point line. Now back behind it. And Newport can play for a final shot. And they're going to throw it away. Off the hands, out of bounds. A turnover. Clinton will have a chance to pull within 1, maybe tie the ball game in the final 14 seconds of the first quarter. Zach Alexander. Greyhounds will let him walk it up. Cross midcourt. 8 seconds. 7. keeps his dribble. Oh, he's got some space. He's going to drive it off the glass. Good. That was too easy. Zach Alexander, a couple of layups, and he pulls Clinton within one as they trail 11-10 here at Yellow Jacket Arena. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
You know, life here wouldn't be the same without a sense of community. This is a wonderful place to live. The home of the Chuck Wagon Races, Greers Ferry Lake, and of course, Joe Lee Chevrolet. You know, Joe Lee Chevrolet is famous for fairness, honesty, and square dealing. Now for 4 generations. Sure, you can buy a new Chevrolet car, truck, any other place, but this isn't anywhere. This is home. They invite you to come on down to Joe Lee Chevrolet, where they have large rebates and incentives plus low interest rates. Joe Lee Chevrolet, Highway 65 South in Clinton.
Mike Hall, Jeff Hall, Ryan Jones are back here at Yellow Jacket Arena. Jackets trail 11-10 at the end of the first quarter. Zach Alexander's basket with 3 seconds left cut the lead to 1, and now Newport has it here as we start the second half. Ball knocked away inside, picked up by Newport. Reynolds' shot is no good. Battle for the rebound, and Blaine Emberton has it for Clinton. Gets it off to Harrison Hall, and the Jackets are into the front court. Blaine Emberton in the game. Nathan Farmer out right now. He has 2 fouls as we start the second quarter of play. Harrison Hall inside, picked up by Reynolds. Now he'll step back and shoot a 3, in and out. And rebound Newport. Quickly down the floor to Reynolds. To the basket, layup good. Good catch by Reynolds. And Newport leads now 13-10.
The first points of the second quarter go to the Greyhounds. Alexander Hall, Newland, Hensley, and Emberton.
Newport still in the man-to-man defense.
Greyhounds good quickness. A couple long and lean, a couple spots on the floor, so not much easy for the Yellow Jackets, but Lathan Newland gets a 3. It's the first of the night for Clinton, and he ties the ball game at 13. So just enough time to get that shot off and ties it up 6:30 to go in the second quarter.
Like I said, they're really hounding Harrison Hall, so we need Lathan, maybe Zach Alexander from the outside to step up a little bit. Jackets still in their zone defense.
Pass it inside and knocked away. Hensley or
Talk about Russ Hensley. He fronted him, but he got his body up in him. So he was able to knock that ball away. There was no backside help if he caught that one.
But with a chance to take the lead on the drive, Alexander reach in, tie it up, alternate possession, keep it with Clinton. I'm trying to think. I don't know if Clinton's led since what they led 4-2, I believe. A couple of early baskets by Farmer. It's tied. They'll have a chance to regain the lead. Oh,
wow.
Harrison Hall gets by a screen, takes on a second defender, and puts it off the glass good. 15-13.
You had a great view of that when you're watching the live stream. He had to get the ball into his right hand as far back as possible to avoid the shot being blocked, and it was perfect. Harrison Hall puts the Jackets in the lead.
Newport drive the baseline, and up and in. The floater ties it at 15.
Theron Davis, his first basket of the ball game.
Harrison Hall on a runner, kind of free throw line extended. Maybe a little deep for a runner. Drops it in. 17-15 on back-to-back field goals by Harrison Hall.
Nice soft touch off the glass, a la Tim Duncan.
On the drive, the baseline gets in the air, won't go. Offside rebound, put back, miss. Foul called. Free throws upcoming for Newport. Zach's first foul, the team's 5th.
Riddles has 7 points on the night. He's 1 for 1 at the free throw line.
I'm not sure how tall he is. He may go 6'5" or taller. We get Nathan out there to stand beside him. Nathan, I believe, out with 2 fouls here in the first half, but we're tied at 17 with 4:40 to go to the second quarter.
Right now, the pace of the game is probably right where Clinton wants it to be.
Lathan's going to drive. Can't get it to go. Newport with a rebound. Quickly down the floor. Into the lane. Couple defenders in the air.
Wow.
And foul going to be called. Free throws upcoming for the Greyhounds.
Davis goes to the line. He's 0 for 4 there tonight. Harrison Hall only his first foul. That's the team foul number 6, though, on Clinton.
Misses the first free throw. Nathan Farmer returns. Russ Hensley out. Second free throw is up and in, 18-17. So Newport back in front for 10 to go in the second quarter. Man-to-man defense by Newport.
You said Farmer back in the game. He had 4 points in the first quarter, but he does have 2 fouls.
Harrison Hall defended, and his man's not even watching where the ball is anywhere else out on the floor. He is looking straight at Harrison wherever he is on the floor, so he's going to try to deny Harrison from getting the basketball. Alexander with a spin in the lane. Shot won't go. Loose on the floor, but Newport comes up with it.
Yeah, they're hounding Harrison Hall, so we need Lathan to step up. He's already hit a 3. Zach's already contributed 4 points. You do know that on those drives, whoever's guarding Harrison Hall is not going to drop off to help.
Pass inside. Shot up and in. 2 more points for Reynolds inside what he's got 11 points now to lead all scorers, and it's 20-17 to 3-point lead for Newport.
Jack's not getting any second shots right now either.
Harrison keeps his dribble. Now has to pull it up in traffic. Ball knocked away. Newport has it. Down the floor. Emberton knocked it away briefly. Newport recovers. And a jumper in the lane is good. 22-17. Coach Cole Gardner wants a timeout. 2:40 remaining in the second quarter. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
At First Security, we're proud of our home state. That's why we created a website that's all about Arkansas, just like us. Visit onlyanark.com for local travel, food, culture, sports, and so much more. You'll find everything from unique festivals to weekend plans to prize-winning recipes you'll pass off as your own. It's all in one easy spot, onlyanark.com. For all things Arkansas, visit onlyanark.com today. Brought to you by First Security, member FDIC.
The Blagg Law Firm is a proud supporter of Clinton High School Yellow Jacket sports. When you need an attorney, call the Blagg Law Firm. Whether it's an injury accident, criminal defense, DWI, family dispute, or Social Security disability, Ralph Blagg believes in equal justice for all. Located on Court Street in downtown Clinton and on the internet at blagglaw.com. The Blagg Law Firm, a proud supporter of Clinton High School sports.
Here we go out of the timeout. 22-17. Hensley's three just short. He's going to follow, get his own rebound, and put the two-pointer up and in the lane. 22-19.
Good follow-up that time by Russ. Missed the three, but he followed his shot, got it, and laid it back in.
A runner in the lane. Shot won't go. Back to the free throw line. Take a couple of steps, put it up and in.
Newport getting multiple shots on their end. They got Kendall's back into the game. He scored the last four straight.
Lathan Newland fouled.
Mentioned that in the break. I said they're not calling very many hand check fouls on Newport. They're playing the man-to-man. They're getting the hands on the body. Only the fourth team foul for Newport. When you play a team like Newport, you need those hand check fouls called. That's when they're not. That's a definite advantage for Newport. As Newland gets it inbounds. Jackets trail by 5, 24-19, with a minute 25 left in the first half. Farmer, top of the key, looking. He'll pull up and shoot from 12. No good. And rebound Newport. Not many second chances for the Jackets so far. Gates into the game now for Newport. His layup is good.
And 26-19. What was it, 17 all? That's the case since then. It's been a 9-2 run by Newport here to close out the first half in a ball game that's been tight up until these last couple of moments, few minutes. 44 seconds. Harrison Hall, three-point attempt. His defender went to the floor. It took him a while to get back up. The pass back to Harrison. He's able to make the three. Nathan Farmer is going to commit his third personal foul on the shot attempt by Reynolds. Stops the clock at 26 seconds. And Reynolds to the free throw line.
Check us if they did that shot by Harrison Hall. Farmer now has 3 fouls. Probably better just kind of hold your ground, make Reynolds shoot over you. He fouled him, and Reynolds hits the first free throw. Farmer and Alexander check out. Emberton and Nathan Puckett into the game for Clinton. Or Trey Puckett, check that. Hits both free throws. Makes it 28-22. Reynolds checks out. And the Jackets have it with 26 seconds left here in the first half.
28-22. Yellow Jackets will play for one shot. It won't take them long to get there. Hall across midcourt. 15 seconds. Now at 10. Harrison to the left, gets behind the screen, in the corner to Lathan Newland. Back across the floor. Puckett to Hensley, fakes the three, steps up, in front of the free throw line, down the side, and gets 2 points. So Clinton closes well after getting behind late in the second quarter. They pull within 4, 28-24 against Newport here from Yellow Jacket Arena. We'll step away for just a moment. Halftime, you're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Are you suffering from painful varicose veins? I'm Dr. Brock King with Conway Regional Surgical Associates. I have been performing varicose vein surgery for the last 15 years. The benefits of this in-office procedure include reduced pain, increased mobility, better sleep, and much more. Join me at Conway Regional for a free vein mapping and get started with a treatment plan to fit your needs. Call 501-327-4828 for more information. Let's get you back on your feet. Schedule an appointment today.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair, Towing, and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in north central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair, Towing, and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair, Towing, and Recovery, 745-2992.
Strong, dependable, ready for anything. The Clinton Yellow Jackets know what it takes to make a great team, and Grassroots Equipment is proud to support them. Take on the season with Massey Ferguson compact and utility tractors. They mow, load, handle hay, and more, all while delivering more of the power and versatility you've come to expect from Massey Ferguson. Experience the compact and utility tractors that will take you through the season strong at Grassroots Equipment.
The all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Clinton is gearing up for football season. Yep, we've got a huge lineup of Rams that are sure to fit all of your tailgating needs. So put on that lucky jersey and score huge savings during the summer clearance event. Can't wait to see you at the all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Clinton and at cowboycdjr.com.
Wherever the river flows and however the game goes. The River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back, the professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price. Whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive, the team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River, formerly S&P Insurance.
You know, life here wouldn't be the same without a sense of community. This is a wonderful place to live. The home of the Chuck Wagon Races, Greers Ferry Lake, and of course, Joe Lee Chevrolet. You know, Joe Lee Chevrolet is famous for fairness, honesty, and square dealing. Now for 4 generations. Sure, you can buy a new Chevrolet car, truck, any other place, but this isn't anywhere. This is home. They invite you to come on down to Joe Lee Chevrolet, where they have large rebates and incentives plus low interest rates. Joe Lee Chevrolet, Highway 65 South in Clinton. Tonight's exciting Yellow Jacket basketball action is brought to you in part by these fine Yellow Jacket boosters, by Latitude Bistro, by Dr. Kyle Hensley and his staff, by The Pottery Shop, Arkansas Mountain Real Estate, by Goods Cash Saver, and by PEH Supply. These fine sponsors bring you tonight's basketball game on KHPQ.
The Blagg Law Firm is a proud supporter of Clinton High School Yellow Jacket sports. When you need an attorney, call the Blagg Law Firm. Whether it's an injury accident, criminal defense, DWI, family dispute, or Social Security disability, Ralph Blagg believes in equal justice for all. Located on Court Street in downtown Clinton and on the internet at blagglaw.com. The Blagg Law Firm, a proud supporter of Clinton High School sports.
We have partnered with Carti to bring world-class cancer treatment to Van Buren County.
Some chemos are between 1 to 2 hours to 8 hours. So when patient is sick, diagnosed with a cancer, traveling to Little Rock, that's a pretty long day for sick people.
Back in the old days, you had to get on the interstate, go to Conway or go to Little Rock to get your chemo treatments. My mom, for a year and a half, was able to take them right here in Clinton, Arkansas. Big peace of mind for my mom.
Ozark Health, your community hospital.
Halftime here from Yellow Jacket Arena, third and final game of the night. Clinton Junior Boys won the Junior District Tournament opener in the first matchup tonight. Not just a regular season game like the senior high players, but that was a tournament game for the Junior Boys. So they win and advance on the Junior Boys slate. And I think that means we're going to have a doubleheader, or there's going to be both junior teams going to be playing on Thursday night? Girls and
Junior girls play tomorrow night.
Okay, Wednesday.
They got to play their opening game tomorrow night. You pretty much only have one game at one site, so the girls have to play Wednesday. They'll play Riverview, and it'll be here at the arena tomorrow night. I didn't double-check the time on that. Junior boys led 11-10 at halftime. went on to win 26-15, and they'll host another game here. They're the number 2 seed. They'll be here Thursday night to host somebody. I think that's Rosebud and Pangburn playing tonight. The winner of that one will come here Thursday night for the semifinals of the junior high district tournament. Tomorrow, the senior boys are scheduled to be in Ball Knob tomorrow. That game starts at 4:30. You can hear it right here on KHPQ. And then both teams travel to Rosebud on Friday night. And if the Yellow Jackets can win here and tomorrow, they'd be going for a no worse than a share of a conference championship on Friday night. But then there's also the talk of weather. Also, Riverview looks like both their boys and girls teams are not going to play any more regular season games. That's also going to affect the standings. The AAA has a rule if teams play different numbers of games, give that total number of wins. The Yellow Jackets still have a shot to get 12 wins, 12 conference wins. So there's a couple of different angles maybe to get to a conference championship. And, of course, the district tournaments will start next week. We'll have those brackets hopefully this weekend. And the Yellow Jackets, if they finish second, if they win the share of a title and maybe get a second seed, they'd host 2 games. If somehow they were the sole possession of first place, they would end up with 3 home games as long as they keep winning. And the girls are shooting for number 2, which would guarantee them 2 home games as long as they're still winning.
Well, here we go. Second half underway. Newport with the basketball, leading scores in the first half of play for the Yellow Jackets. Harrison Hall had 9 points, including 1 3-point field goal. And then Farmer with 4, Hensley with 4, Alexander with 4, and Lathan Newell with 3 points. That was a 3-point field goal in the first half of play. Chris Reynolds led the scoring for the Newport Greyhounds. I believe he had, he had 13 points in the first half for Newport. At the free throw line, Greyhounds here early. Kendall will have a couple of opportunities, and that's the 3rd personal foul on Russ Hensley, so he has 3. Stays in the ballgame. Nathan Farmer has 3. Stays in the ballgame. Well, now we're going to have a substitution. Blaine Nimpton's going to come in for the sophomore Hensley. Russ's grandmother's here tonight, Janice Hensley, sitting just to our left over here on the visiting side, and got to visit with her. I think maybe the first time maybe she's got to get out in person and see some of the games. She said, well, this was the last regular home game, I believe, for the team, so she wanted to get out and see this one, so we got to visit for a few moments earlier. Missing the 2nd free throw, missing 1 of 2, so 29-24. Yellow Jackets trail by 5.
Both teams, same defense as they ended the first half with. In fact, they played entirely the first half. Newport man-to-man, Clinton played zone. Gates, number 24, in. That's the coach's son. He came in late in the first half, scored a basket. He's still in the game.
Zach behind the 3-point line for 3. It's off the rim, won't go. Newport with the rebound.
Newport's done a good job on the defensive boards.
Quick pass inside, shot blocked by Alexander. They get it back. Second shot won't go. A 3rd shot is up and in. Greyhounds 31, Clinton 24.
And they've done a good job on the offensive boards. Now lead by 7.
Zach's shots blocked by Reynolds. He recovers the basketball himself. He's going to drive down the floor, try to split a couple of defenders. He'll go to the floor in traffic. And is he whistled for the turnover? Is it a travel? I believe that's the call. The ball belongs to Yellow Jackets. Blaine Emerton is going to have to take his shoe off. We're going to try to retie that one. See if they'll stop play here for just a moment. Blaine's going to go ahead and come out of the ball game. That may take a little bit longer. Yeah, I think that's Trey Puckett's going to come in. Jasper Burgess takes his shoe off and says, here, Blaine, if you need one. Jasper's been a good sport with his teammates on the bench since his season came to an end with that knee injury just a few weeks ago. And he's still making fun, having some fun with it. Here, watching his senior season come to an end. Hopefully not for a few more weeks, though, with some tournament play. Lathan Newland on the drive, and a blocking foul called on Newport. First foul of the second half. Pass inside, Alexander to Farmer, and Nathan is fouled.
Good job on that slip screen there. Farmer set the screen. Alexander got it back to him. Newport with 2 fouls in the first minute and 10 seconds of the third quarter. Only had 4, I think, the entire first half, and that's playing some pretty tight man-to-man defense.
Big pass in from Alexander into Farmer inside. That's how the ball game got started tonight. Nathan Farmer, I think, had the first 4 points with Clinton. Well, that's his first 2 since. He pulls Clinton within 5 at 31-26. Dribble down the lane. Shot won't go. Wow. Foul called. 2 free throws for Newport.
That's going to be the third foul on Nathan Farmer.
That's going to be his 4th thing. And it looks like Russ Hensley's quickly up off the bench. So Farmer's likely going to leave the ball game with 4. Hensley's going to come back in with 3. So a little bit of foul trouble for the postmen for the Yellow Jackets. They don't really have anybody else to kind of put in that position that they can bring off the bench. We got a long way to go in this one. 5:27 to go in the third.
Yeah, before Jasper got hurt, we were really rotating 3 big players in 2 positions, but now we have 2 playing 2, and Farmer now has 4 fouls. Russ has 3 himself.
33-26. Zach in the lane, kind of switched hands, left to his right, gets the shot off, but it's in and out. It won't go. Rebound to Newport.
Still no second shots for the Yellow Jackets.
Points a little bit harder to come by for the Yellow Jackets. Kind of their scorers on the floor. Got Harrison Hall, Zach Alexander. From the outside or off the drive, Lathan Newland. He can get loose on the outside or beat a defender, but there's a 3-point field goal by Newport. And I believe that's the biggest lead of the night at 36-26 with 4 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Zach beats his defender momentarily. And they come up, play a little help defense. And a foul is going to be called on Newport.
Gates with a foul, but Gates now has 7 points with that 3-point basket.
Alexander for the 3 from the right side, won't go. Newport for the rebound. And the 10-point lead. On the drive, shot won't go. Rebound Puckett. Hands it off to Alexander. Zach across midcourt. Defense in front of him. Cross-court pass to Lathan Newland. Catches. Shoot 3. It won't go. Tip. Alexander has it. And Zach puts it up and in. 36-28.
And Russ kept that one alive. Couldn't get it, but he got the ball. The loose ball went to Alexander for the basket, and the Yellow Jackets desperately needed that one.
3 minutes, 30 seconds in the third. Good ball movement. Get to the post. Low post, high post. Dribble down. Stripped away by Alexander. So let's see. Clinton cut the 10-point lead to 8. Let's see if they can get back-to-back field goals. Puckett catches. His 3 is up. Oh, in and out. It won't go. That looks good from our angle. Got a good line on it, but rebound to Newport. Pull up 3, and it's good. The Greyhounds get one on their end of the floor, 39-28.
That's a big swing there. Trey's looked like it was going down, rimmed out, and then Newport gets one on the other end. A 6-point swing there.
Lathan into the lane. Shot off the glass, good. 39-30.
5 for Lathan.
Three-point attempt short. Alexander has the basketball off to Newland. 39-30, and foul called on Newport, trying to steal the ball away near midcourt.
As we talked about in the first half, that was pretty obvious there, but those hand check fouls not called in the first half. Now Newport with 14 fouls, as many as they had in the whole first half, they have now in the third quarter.
And maybe this works to the Yellow Jacket advantage as the game goes on if they can get into a free throw situation. Try to score from the free throw line.
Blaine Emerton back in the game for the Yellow Jackets.
Two minutes in the third quarter. Alexander's going to dribble down the lane. They try to take it away from him. Reach in foul called.
There's some
foul
call.
number 5.
We didn't see that one in the first half. We get it here. That's the 15th foul.
Harrison inbound the ball to Alexander. Hands it back to Harrison Hall. Now he's going to turn, spin, drive the lane. His left-handed shot is blocked. Quickly down the floor, going the other way. And off the glass, good. So a good block leads to 2, and it's 41-30. Timeout on the floor. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Are you ready to change your life? I'm Dr. Tony Manning with Conway Regional Surgical Associates, and we're excited to offer the laparoscopic gastric sleeve procedure, also known as weight loss surgery. Benefits include better sleep, reduced reliance on medications, weight loss, and so much more. Join me at Conway Regional on the first Monday of each month for our free bariatric surgery interest meetings. Call 501-327-4828 for more information or follow Conway Regional on Facebook. Make a change today for a healthier you.
With a minute and a half to go in the third quarter. A reach-in foul called on Newport. It's a team foul number 6. That one may be a shooting foul. Zach Alexander was getting into the air to get his shot off, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Let's say Jackets trailed by 11. If you remember back in the first week of January, the Jackets trailed by 11 in the fourth quarter. Came back to beat Newport in overtime.
We kind of talked about, if you were listening to us or watching that night against Riverview, kind of called that one of the most improbable wins that maybe we've ever seen, where Clinton comes back to win that one, trailing in the fourth quarter. Well, Newport, it kind of had a scenario as well to where Clinton had to come back big in the fourth quarter and come away with a win there. They're going to be trailing now by 9 points with 1:20 to go in the third.
Look at some stops on defense. We don't need that score getting near 60.
Good pass inside. Uh-oh. Reynolds gets the shot, and kind of almost a late foul by Russ Hensley as he goes over the top to kind of swat the ball. Unfortunately, I think for Russ, that's going to be, well, let's see. No, they gave it to
Zach Alexander.
Zach Alexander, okay. I thought that was going to be Russ's fourth foul, but for Zach, that's only his second. So the free throw is good. Now
that one all started,
12.
though, because we let him penetrate off the perimeter down the lane. That's usually bad things happen.
Defensive switch and a foul called inside. That will be the 7th team foul. So maybe that moment we've been waiting for. So 1-and-1 an opportunity for Zach Alexander from the free throw line.
I think if the Jackets are going to get back in this one, it's going to be at that free throw line. We got to hit them, and we got to get there a bunch. Zach 3 for 3. He's taken all of Clinton's free throws tonight. He's got 9 points.
44-33. Misses the second. Tipped. Newport controls the rebound. They'll get it down the floor just in front of the Greyhound bench. 50 seconds. Third quarter. Jumper from the outside. Good. 46-33. Lathan Newland's three-pointer. It won't go. Off the back of the rim. Rebound Newport. Reynolds with a rebound. Down to 20 seconds in the third quarter. On the drive, the dish to Reynolds. Gets behind his defender, takes the pass, and scores. 48-33. Biggest lead, 15 points, 10 seconds. Harrison Hall across midcourt. Second defender comes up, gets it to Newland. And he's going to be whistled for the travel as he takes off on his drive to the lane. 4 seconds remaining. Newport inbounds the ball. They'll get it across midcourt. Deep pass into the corner. Three-pointer at the buzzer. And it's good. The Greyhounds finish big in the third quarter. They're going to lead by 18 when we return for the final 8 minutes. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
The all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Clinton is gearing up for football season. Yep, we've got a huge lineup of Rams that are sure to fit all of your tailgating needs. So put on that lucky jersey and score huge savings during the summer clearance event. Can't wait to see you at the all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Clinton and at cowboycdjr.com.
Wherever the river flows and however the game goes. The River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back, the professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price. Whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive, the team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River, formerly S&P Insurance.
Fourth quarter to get underway. Harrison Hall, Zach Alexander, Lathan Newland, Blaine Emberton, and Russ Hensley.
So I guess it scored 23-9 in the third quarter. In that game at Newport, the Yellow Jackets outscored 24-9 in the third quarter and trailed by 11. Tonight, though, they trailed by 18 as we head into the fourth quarter.
It'll be a tough road if the Yellow Jackets can come back on this one. They seem to be limited scoring tonight a little bit. I wonder how many points they've got in them. Lathan Newland at least will get things off to a good start as he gets his second three-point field goal of the night. He's got 8 points total, 51-36.
Got to create some type of turnovers. We hadn't had many all night. And they've been beating us off the dribble, and that's what's been creating those layups by Reynolds.
And travel called on Newport. Let's see if Clinton can get back-to-back field goals. 7:10 remaining, trailing by 15. And looks like Nathan Farmer will return at the next break in the action. So they played behind before this year, tried it in the fourth quarter and come away with victories.
Newport shot exceptionally well tonight, too.
Ball poked away and a big collision. And Lathan Newland's going to be whistled for the foul. .643. Only the fourth team foul on the Yellow Jackets, so a non-shooting foul. But Newport basketball, Farmer in, Emberton out.
Original starting lineup in now for Clinton. They try to make a run. Farmer has 4 fouls. Hensley has 3, but that doesn't matter now.
6.5 to go.
Clinton having to play man-to-man now.
Nathan Newland flashes for the steal, knocks the ball into the backcourt, and Newport trying to recover, going to be whistled for carrying the basketball. So Newland's effort forces the turnover, and still putting a chance to get back-to-back field goals here to start the fourth quarter. Russ Hensley behind the three-point line. It's good! Back-to-back threes by the Yellow Jackets to start the fourth quarter. Newland and Hensley, 51-39.
7 for Russ.
Out near midcourt, Newland defending. Harrison Hall and his man as well. And foul whistled on Lathan.
Jackets have fouls to give. That's only number 4.
.544 to go.
Newland on defense. Referee's got the count going now. He gets rid of it.
Ball handlers out near midcourt. They come up, benefit off a screen on occasion. Ball gets loose momentarily, pick it up, but they're able to recover. Reynolds inside, spins, travels with the basketball. So a turnover, and Clinton, having made back-to-back threes, can they get 3
little
straight
delay
baskets?
game. I think a little delay game may have tried to has messed up Newport's rhythm a little bit. They turned it over a couple of times.
51-39. Harrison, pull up 2. In and out, off the rim, rebound Newport. They had a good look. And Greyhound, they were going to turn it over. Saved it back in bounds, and Reynolds is fouled on a shot attempt. Ball was knocked loose, but it was tossed back in. And Newport's going to make it to the free throw line. Third personal foul on Lathan Newland.
Reynolds 6 of 6 at the line tonight.
And make that 7 for 7 on his first attempt. 52-39, a 13-point lead. Misses the second. Rebound Nathan Farmer.
Got to go now. We're down 13. Got to try to speed the tempo up a little bit.
4.5 minutes remaining. Harrison Hall by a screen. They'll pick him up. Now he's going to turn, spin, drive, and draw the foul. And Harrison Hall will get to the free throw line. Stops the clock with 4:18 remaining. 18 foul on Newport.
Clinton 3 of 4 at the line tonight. All those by Zach Alexander.
Harrison gets the first. 52-40. 18-point lead down to 12 again. And the second, so 52-41. 4:15 remaining.
Newport seemed to have their rhythm a little bit messed up when they went to this delay game. See if they want to. And now they're kind of set in that Seton Hall look, they call that. With back screens and the screeners step out.
In the lane, runner up high. The floater won't go, tipped around. Nathan Farmer comes away with it. They'll try to take it away from him.
Wow.
And the official says tied up, alternate possession to Newport.
Wow. That would look like a reach-in hole right there, and that would have been huge. We'd have walked to the other end and shot 2 free throws. Instead, they give a jump ball and give it to Newport.
Inbound the ball, spin, shoot, miss, rebound. Newport, second shot, up and in. 54-41, 3:40 to go.
That was a huge jump ball call by the official. It cost the Yellow Jackets 2 points.
And Lathan Newland, ball's going to go off. Maybe the foot of the Greyhounds were going the other way. Shot won't go. Rebound, Russ Hensley.
And now another jump ball called.
He was tied up, I think.
The official at midcourt called an over-the-back foul.
And now they'll talk it over. I think that's what everyone was anticipating, kind of an over-the-back.
Wow. They're going to call a jump ball. The official at midcourt had a foul over the back.
So 54-41, Yellow Jacket basketball, 3 minutes, 25 seconds.
Once again, that would have walked the length of the floor with the clock off, and Yellow Jackets would have been shooting 2 free throws.
They're not giving Harrison Hall much space. But Zach Alexander on his drive, reach in, foul called on Newport. That'll send Zach to the free throw line, stops the clock at 3:08. And Zach's going to miss the first one. Misses the second, and a rebound to Reynolds inside. I don't know, might be a little bit of fatigue also for the players on the floor, Clinton. I don't know if Zach's been out tonight of the ball game. 2 minutes, 50 seconds. Newland reaches in, ball gets loose momentarily. Newport recovers, and a foul is going to be called on Lathan. And the Newport is down on the play. That's the fourth foul on Lathan Newland. 2:49 to go.
Yeah, the foul was away from the ball. Lathan Newland over here, but the ball shot up in the air, and then Zach Alexander and the young man from Newport both went for it. Kind of hit in the face, I think, maybe.
And it looks like Newport's going to go ahead and take a timeout, give them a little break here before we shoot the free throws. We'll take the break as well. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in North Central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery, 745-2992. You know, life here wouldn't be the same without a sense of community. This is a wonderful place to live. The home of the Chuck Wagon Races, Greers Ferry Lake, and of course, Joe Lee Chevrolet. You know, Joe Lee Chevrolet is famous for fairness, honesty, and square dealing. Now for 4 generations. Sure, you can buy a new Chevrolet car, truck, any other place, but this isn't anywhere. This is home. They invite you to come on down to Joe Lee Chevrolet, where they have large rebates and incentives plus low interest rates. Joe Lee Chevrolet, Highway 65 South in Clinton.
Back to action. The first free throw is up and in. 55-41, a 14-point lead. Second free throw as well. 56-45. Lead back to 15. It started at 18 when the fourth quarter got underway. And now you don't know if there's enough time left to make up the difference. If you could, with 2 minutes, 35 seconds. Pass inside to Nathan Farmer. He's alone in the lane, and Clinton will take a timeout. 56-43. Here, stop the clock momentarily. Well,
the ball game tomorrow.
The week? Yeah.
The ball game tomorrow was originally scheduled for 6 o'clock. We'll start at 5 o'clock tomorrow. Junior girls here against Riverview. Game tips off at 5. Senior boys will be on the road tomorrow night at Ball Knob. The game starts at 4:30. Just one ball game. barring the weather, if they could get that in and the game in on Rosebud. Still don't know how the standings may shake out because looks like Riverview's not going to play any more basketball during the regular season. That's going to give different teams a different numbers of games. And I think the AAA, one of the rules is the total number of wins, conference wins. Yellow Jackets still have a chance for 12, I think, conference wins. And so some of the other teams, I think Riverview's supposed to play both Newport and Harding Academy before it's over. And so that could affect the standings here, barring some type of comeback here by the Yellow Jackets, down 13 with 2:34 left. Junior boys will be here Thursday night in their second round district tournament game against either the winner of Pangburn and Harding Academy.
Out of the timeout, Clinton trailing about 13 with 2 minutes 30 seconds to go. Alexander, Hall, Newland, Farmer, and Hensley. A double team. A trap when they get it across midcourt. Drive the lane, bounce pass to Reynolds. Gets the defenders up in the air. Going to draw a foul on the play. Nathan Farmer. That's going to be his 5th personal foul, so Farmer will be disqualified for the remainder of the contest. Blaine Emberton in. So Nathan's going to finish 8 points on the night, or?
Nathan Farmer with 8. Yep.
We kind of talked about now going down the stretch with Jasper Burgess with that season-ending injury. They're going to have some points picked up somewhere, so maybe Nathan Farmer and Russ Hensley going to be looked to either combine or both make points. Russ Hensley had a good night with 14 points, and our first Arkansas Bank and Trust player of the game from last Friday night. Farmer's had some scoring nights as well throughout the season, but going to look to those two guys here in the final few weeks. 57-43, a miss. Newport with the basketball and a 14-point lead. And drive the baseline. Shot won't go. And I think Reynolds going to be whistled for a foul, trying to get the basketball over the top of Zach Alexander. And that'll be the 10th team foul on Newport. So the 2-shot double bonus upcoming for Zach Alexander.
Zach 3 for 4 at the line.
This game, there's been contact in this ball game, and I think Lathan Newland's going to be tired, a little beat up. I think Zach Alexander's going to kind of limp after that play. Harrison Hall. I think we're just about out of gas, and not much more we can do tonight. Harrison's going to go ahead and leave the ball game, and Trey Puckett returns. Harrison's going to grab his right knee there.
Get back on the court tomorrow, less than 24 hours from now.
Zach gets both free throws, 57-45, a minute 52. And Harrison's in just some discomfort now. Hopefully, again, it's not something that's going to linger. And an offensive foul on Newport. So that's a non-shooting foul, even though there's 11 fouls now on Newport. So Clinton will have to inbound it from midcourt. Get a 3 here. They could get it back to single digit. Oh,
wow.
That's contact.
No call there.
And Lathan's going to drive, dump it inside.
And no call there.
Blocked, and Newport comes away with it. And Coach Cole Gardner is going to get a technical foul on that one. And he might have knew that one was coming or wanted it, as Lathan Newland
he was obviously
gets big
fouled.
contact before he drives and gets the shot, and then Russ Hensley's putback or inside is blocked.
Yeah, Lathan Newland obviously fouled near midcourt, and then looked like Russ Hensley's arm was hit on the shot, but to no avail.
Newport's going to miss the first free throw. Again, Clinton's going to play to the end with only a minute and a half to go. But you almost want to get out of here tonight without anything adverse happening. 58-45. Second free throw made, and the Greyhounds get the ball at midcourt. These teams may have the opportunity to match up again in postseason play at the district tournament. There'll be two of the top teams going in So they won't meet in the first round. I don't know, maybe not even the second. But they'll both.
If Newport and Harding Academy tie with the same number of games, Newport owns the tiebreaker over Harding. Oh, wow. That took 3 fouls to get 1 called.
Lathan Newland tripped up, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Jackets are not quitting. They're still playing hard.
.45 with 1:20 to go. .46. Misses the second. Newport with a rebound. And Puckett's going to come in, quickly commit the foul to stop the clock with 1:17 remaining. Clinton's played 7 players tonight, but 2 of them on the bench. Probably not going to return. Nathan Farmer fouled out Harrison Hall. Looked like he had a sore knee when he left the ball game a moment ago. And the first free throw is up and in. Misses the second. Rebound to Alexander. Keeping himself down the floor across midcourt. Zach. Pass to Puckett. Open for a three-point attempt, and it's good. Trey Puckett with 3. 59-49, and a timeout stops the clock with 1:04 remaining. So close as Clinton's been in the fourth quarter. They started off the final 8 minutes trailing by 18. They got it down to 10, but there's only 64 seconds remaining in this one.
The kids definitely have not quit. As you said, they cut an 18-point lead down to 10. Harding Academy Junior Boys defeated Pangburn. So hey, Coach Cooper. So the Harding Academy Wildcats will be here Thursday night for junior high district tournament semifinals. That'll be the number 2 Yellow Jackets against the number 3 Harding Academy Wildcats. And then Riverview went through the season undefeated. They were the conference champions, 1 game ahead of the Yellow Jackets, and they on the other side of the bracket. So come on out tomorrow night. You can see the junior girls here at the arena. Come out Thursday night, and you can see the junior boys, barring weather. But I think everybody's worried about the weather because I went to Walmart today at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and it was packed.
You to tune into the radio tomorrow and get some updates early in the morning from Sid King. Maybe get the latest ice or inclement weather forecast that comes out in the morning. Get your day and evening plan for tomorrow. Inbound the ball, Newport putting in a full court press. Minute to go. They'll get it across midcourt, dribble down to the baseline, and Puckett and Newland there. And a foul is called to stop the clock with 56 seconds remaining. 2-shot double bonus upcoming for Newport.
Theron Davis in the game for Newport. That's probably who we need to foul if he gets the ball in his hands. He's 1 for 6 tonight at the free throw line, but this is Isaiah Kendall. He's 3 out of 4.
And the first free throw is up and in, 60-49. Misses the second. Rebound to Alexander. Pass inside to Hensley. Picked off by Reynolds. And Puckett quickly commits the foul to stop the clock with 44 seconds.
Had a good crowd tonight. A lot of folks coming out to see, of course, the basketball games, but also Coach Biggs' honor tonight. His 35 years in education coming to an end here at the end of the season. And he had a large family with him here tonight.
Misses the first. The second one is up and in, 61-49. Lathan Newland is going to drive. Shot up, won't go. Tipped around. Lathan gets it back under the basket. Tries to toss it out as he got a little deep under the basket. Newport ends up with it. Lathan fouls just to stop the clock. 27 seconds.
Hey, Coach Haynes with us tonight. It's good to see him again and the whole family.
Back to Newport.
Yep.
Maybe we'll see him down the road. Derek Haynes was here on part of the teaching and coaching staff. I think I'm on the football staff under head coach Chris DeFran there for a few years. He went down to DeQueen for a bit, went up to Berryville for a while. I think he won a state championship on wrestling and won some honors there for Berryville. And
wrestling coach of the year. Coach Haynes at his time in Berryville.
Did he win something at DeQueen? Was it track or wrestling? I don't know if he's got 1 or 2 state championships in sports under his belt. I don't know.
Definitely 2 in wrestling, I think.
2 in wrestling. So. Missing the free throw. Final 20 seconds. Puckett, 3, top the key, won't go. Rebound inside by Brody Emberton. He misses, but he's fouled, and the sophomore Emberton will go to the free throw line. And he momentarily needs to fix his shoes. So his older brother Blaine went out earlier in the ball game with some shoe trouble. Now Brody's going to take some time and get back laced up on that before he can make his way to the free throw line. 16 seconds. These folks from Newport, takes a little while to get to Newport. At least not too late. It says 8:32 here on the clock in the arena. What Newport, they take you hour and 40 minutes to get over to Newport. Go to head on over to Searcy and then up Highway 67, 167. Emberton's second free throw is good, 62-51.
Old Yellow Jacket, Weston Smith over there. Is it Bradford, I think, and works in Newport. And we always love to see when Weston comes by to see the Yellow Jackets.
That'll do it. The final seconds tick off, and Newport going to win the ball game here at Yellow Jacket Arena, 62-51. The senior boys game. Looks like they'll meet up near midcourt, have a post-game prayer. We'll step away here for just a moment. When we return, we'll give you some final numbers, and we'll name the first Arkansas Bank and Trust player of the game. You're listening to KHPQ in Clinton High School Sports.
Wherever the river flows and however the game goes, the River Company is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. Just like in sports, you want someone who has your back. The professional team at the River Company Insurance does just that. They'll work hard to find you the most coverage at the best possible price. Whether it's business, farm, ranch, personal, or automotive, the team at the River Company will get you exactly what you need. Sports is a team effort, so come join the team at the River, formerly S&P Insurance.
At First Security, we're proud of our home state. That's why we created a website that's all about Arkansas, just like us. Visit onlyanark.com for local travel, food, culture, sports, and so much more. You'll find everything from unique festivals to weekend plans to prize-winning recipes you'll pass off as your own. It's all in one easy spot, onlyanark.com. For all things Arkansas, visit onlyanark.com today. Brought to you by First Security, member FDIC.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in north central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
We have partnered with Carti to bring world-class cancer treatment to Van Buren County.
Some chemos are between 1 to 2 hours to 8 hours. So when patient is sick, diagnosed with the cancer, traveling to Little Rock, that's a pretty long day for sick people.
Back in the old days, you had to get on the interstate, go to Conway or go to Little Rock to get your chemo treatments. My mom, for a year and a half, was able to take them right here in Clinton, Arkansas. Big peace of mind for my mom.
Ozark Health, your community hospital.
The all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Clinton is gearing up for football season. Yep, we've got a huge lineup of Rams that are sure to fit all of your tailgating needs. So put on that lucky jersey and score huge savings during the summer clearance event. Can't wait to see you at the all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Clinton and at cowboycdjr.com.
FL Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store, is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. FL Davis Cash Lumber can help with your electrical, plumbing, paint, tools, hardware, and flooring needs. They're a full-service hardware store and lumber yard. FL Davis can provide you with everything you need for your residential or commercial projects. The knowledgeable staff is always on hand to answer your questions. Visit FL Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store. Same place, now Ace.
The Blagg Law Firm is a proud supporter of Clinton High School Yellow Jacket sports. When you need an attorney, call the Blagg Law Firm. Whether it's an injury accident, criminal defense, DWI, family dispute, or Social Security disability, Ralph Blagg believes in equal justice for all. Located on Court Street in downtown Clinton and on the internet at blagglaw.com. The Blagg Law Firm, a proud supporter of Clinton High School sports.
The all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Clinton is gearing up for football season. Yep, we've got a huge lineup of Rams that are sure to fit all of your tailgating needs. So put on that lucky jersey and score huge savings during the summer clearance event. Can't wait to see you at the all-new Cowboy Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Clinton and at cowboycdjr.com.
At First Security, our team is
studio engineer, I got distracted for a moment. I was looking at the weather and looking a little bit ahead and tune in the morning to Sid King radio station. It looks like, there could be a chance of maybe a little drizzle. I don't know. Some of the things says maybe a dry for the next 6 hours, and so we may not get anything wake up in the morning. Looks like there's more of a chance going into tomorrow night to Thursday morning for our part of the state. But catch up on the latest tomorrow. I was just trying to look ahead at some of this cold front coming. I know we've been talking about that heading for the weekend. It's already up. Looks to be minus 20 up in Minnesota, up in Montana. Some places have been up in that area. I don't know that we're supposed to get minus 20 real temperature here in Arkansas, but it's going to get cold. So stay tuned to the radio station throughout the weekend. Well, looking at some final scoring numbers for the Yellow Jackets tonight. Brody Emberton finished with 2 points from the free throw line. Trey Puckett had a 3 in the ball game for a total of 3. Russ Hensley has 7. Nathan Farmer had 8. Harrison Hall finishes with 11, including 1 3-point field goal. Zach Alexander finishes with 11, including 6 points from the field, and then 5 free throws made. And tonight's First Arkansas Bank and Trust Player of the Game. Again, we appreciate their title sponsorship of us again this season. Stop by the branch in the Northside Shopping Center across from Goods Cash Saver, Radio Shack, and Pizza Hut. Tell them you enjoy listening to Yellow Jacket basketball and see what they can do for you. Banking products and services. That's First Arkansas Bank and Trust. Tonight, let's go with Lathan Newland. He finishes with 9 points, including 2 3-point field goals, had a free throw and a 2-point field goal. I don't know that he came out of the ballgame. I don't know if he or Zach Alexander ever substituted out of the contest. 7 players to play tonight, and Lathan Newland's one of those guys, again, who he is never going to quit until the end of the ballgame. He will go hard. And I talked about earlier, he may have some bumps and bruises from tonight anyway if he didn't have some fatigue to go along with that. And then I did notice as he was leaving the game tonight, he was limping out of the game, already had his shoe off going to the locker room. So hopefully he's okay. Hopefully Harrison Hall is going to be okay from that knee, because these guys got to turn around and play less than 24 hours. But Lathan Newland, he will give you everything he's got for all 4 quarters of play, and he's not going to give in to the very end. Finishes with 9 points tonight. He's always good on defense and handling the ball. He's our First Arkansas Bank and Trust Player of the Game.
All you need to know about Lathan Newlands, if you just tuned in with about 4 minutes to go, the last 3 or 4 minutes, Jackets down 11, 12, 15. He's still going hard. He gets knocked down mid-court, gets up, gets to the basket. It got fouled like 3 times, and they finally called one. And all you need to know about Lathan is those last 3 minutes. He never quits, and tonight he had a good ball game from the field. He scored 9 points, and he's your first Arkansas Bank and Trust player of the game. For Newport, Jarius Dean had 10 points tonight. Theron Davis had 3. Isaiah Kendall, the sophomore, had 8. Omar Kings had 4. Malachi Gates, the coach's son, he came off the bench, had 4 points in the second quarter, hit a 3 in the third quarter, finished tonight with 7 points. And the leading scorer on the night for Newport was Chris Reynolds, and Reynolds had 20 points on the night for the Greyhounds. Jackets trailed 11-10 at the end of the first quarter. In fact, I think their only lead was probably, the first couple of minutes of the game. The only time they led tonight, they trailed 11-10. And at halftime, they trailed by a score of 28-24. Newport extended the lead to 36-26 with 4:20 left in the third quarter, and went into the fourth quarter with a 51-33 lead, an 18-point lead. Jackets cut it down, I believe, to as close, 10 at one point. And but they settled tonight for a 62-51 win over the Yellow Jackets. Clinton is now 15-6 on the year. They're 10-4 in conference play with 2 games left to play, and they drop into second place as Newport and Harding Academy are now tied for first. Newport is now 12-3 on the season, 11-3 in conference play, and they have won 9 straight games since their last loss, the game immediately following Clinton back in early January. And so Newport definitely on a hot streak, and them and Harding Academy are now tied for first. But, as we said, it looks like Riverview may not play any more games during the regular season. I think they're both scheduled to play, both Newport and Harding Academy. And I think the AAA tie-breaking rules, one is total number of conference wins if teams have not played the same amount of games this year. So the Yellow Jackets, if we could get that game in tomorrow and the one in Friday, I think we could have as many as 12 conference wins. And I think Harding and Newport, I think either one of them, they could max out at 12, because I think Riverview is scheduled to play both Harding and Newport. So who knows? It's still up in the air. The Yellow Jackets will be back on the floor tomorrow. The thing tips off at 4:30 at Ball Knob. Junior girls will be here tomorrow. That game starts at 5. That's a district tournament game against Riverview. On Thursday night, the junior boys will play here against Harding Academy. And then the Yellow Jackets close out the regular season Friday night at Rosebud, and that senior girls game will be for second place and for seeding. And the boys will see. Definitely need to get a win and see what it'll do for us as far as seedings for the district tournament go next week. So still a lot of basketball left ahead of us. Hopefully we can squeeze it in and get around this bad weather. It looks like it's heading our way.
Well, some final moments here for this squad. I thought they were taking a little bit longer to get out of the locker room. Sometimes we'll see the players make their way out by the time we get off the air. That hadn't happened up until just a moment ago, and then they started coming out with their jerseys on. It looks like the seniors have come out to take a senior photo, and I think they've got some gifts also from head coach Cole Gardner. Again, this year being a little bit different. There was not a presentation before the game on this, the last regularly season home game for the girls and the boys, but those seniors on the squad are getting a framed jersey with their number on it, a little post-game picture. And again, we don't expect this to be their final home game here in Yellow Jacket Arena, as the district tournament again will play the top seeds will get to play a home game as opposed to all games being played at one location. So we expect them to be back here, but this being the last regular season game, get a little special senior recognition tonight. Well, thanks for joining us. Also, remember earlier, Coach Mike Biggs, his 35 years retiring. He was honored tonight as well, coaching and teaching in the Clinton and Scotland school districts, and enjoyed visiting with Mike there, extended time during the girls' game as well. And so enjoyed bringing the broadcast to you tonight. Well, thanks for tuning in. Tune in for an early start tomorrow. Again, on the road, that game's scheduled to be at 4:30. That'll do it tonight from the arena. For Kelsey Robertson, our studio engineer, for Ryan Jones, for my colleague, I'm Jeff Hall. You've been listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
Thank you for joining us for exciting Yellow Jacket basketball action on KHPQ. Brought to you by First Security Bank, Justin's Collision Repair and Towing, Conway Regional Medical Center, Joe Lee Chevrolet.